us again this morning. This is second day of this wonderful course, Generative Artificial Intelligence, and we are on module 4. Good morning, Mr. Musa. Good to have you here. We don't want to waste our time. We're supposed to start by 6 o'clock, but we are still looking forward to, welcoming some people. By the way, we need to just proceed as well because it's early. Please kindly do us a favor. Try to reach out to some of your friends. Maybe they are still sleeping by now, to send them a message to join us in this class. Maybe they didn't join us for the first class yesterday. You can still reach out to them. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, IIPM, Integrated Institute of Professional Management, kindly do so. We are live on YouTube as well. Kindly subscribe. Follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook. We are so much expectant for today's class, and we believe it to be more educative and insightful as well. We are expecting more than yesterday, and our able facilitator is here with us, and is ready to dish out of his well of understanding. All right, so if you have any question before we proceed, please don't hesitate to ask. Even while the class is on, if you have any contribution, any question, kindly just notify us in order to unmute your mic and speak. All right, thank you. And I'll be your able coordinator for this class this morning. My name is Damlolani. Enjoy your class. Bring out your writing materials and let us learn together. Thank you. All right, over to you, Dr. Banito.
All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dami. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to class. We needed to start this class earlier today so that we can be able to meet up with other engagements of the day, and also to make sure that we don't have our head hot when we are supposed to be cool with the learning. All right, please, I would like to confirm that you can hear me loud and clear. If you can hear me loud and clear, please kindly confirm by typing 11 in the chat room. If you can hear me loud and clear, please kindly confirm. All right, thank you so much for confirming. We proceed immediately. Yesterday we had a whole lot of discussions around the generative artificial intelligence, which is our core focus. And today we are continuing the discussion. We had the overview of artificial intelligence. We had the historic evolution of artificial intelligence. Then we looked at the generative AI. We looked at its capabilities. And we've been exploring its capabilities since yesterday. And more of what we've looked at how we've also looked at how the generative AI functions. We looked at the different models and the different frameworks. And then we looked at generative AI and its role in reshaping organizations. And we were able to establish that organizations need to be strategic in order to make the most of artificial intelligence. Among other things, we also established was the role of artificial intelligence in organizational leadership, because yesterday someone asked a question on the implication of artificial intelligence in decision making in organizations, and we had to take out the time to look at the role of artificial intelligence in decision making in organizations. And we also emphasized that the artificial intelligence tools do not make decisions for us. They don't take decisions for us. Rather, they are support tools for decision making. They are support tools for decision making. Okay. And that is very, very important. That is very, very important. So with those understanding we've established, we also we looked at quite a number of things. But this morning we will be commencing our session by looking at artificial intelligence, generative artificial intelligence, and design, system design, system design, system design, system design. Okay, so, or strategy design rather. So organizations are in the habit of coming up with strategies. And strategy, in a simple word, is basically creating the roadmap through which the organization will achieve its goals and objectives. That's basically what a strategy is, creating the roadmap to achieve organizational strategy. Now, strategy is one of the most contested area in terms of organizational management. How do we win the competition? How do we retain our competitive advantage? How do we get to be the best in what we do? And that is one of the most critical areas of consulting as well. Strategy is one of the most critical areas of consulting. So as an AI advisor, as a management consultant, having to blend the two, that is blending generative AI with artificial intelligence, it gives you an edge. Okay, it gives you a profound edge in management as a consultant and as an AI professional, right? Okay, so that being said, we will then have to look at what is the role of generative AI? We've said so much about generative AI. What's the role of generative AI in designing strategies? Designing strategies that will produce the most impactful results in organizations. What is the role of generative AI in strategy design, strategy development? Okay, so let's look at it. Very briefly, we intend to close this section or this class on or before 2 p.m. Nigerian time today, irrespective of whatsoever thing we're doing. And that's why we are starting early. Okay, so the earlier, the better. We don't want to have this course as a carryover. All right. Okay, so let's move on. Section. According to Oren Etzioni, he said AI is a tool. The choice about how it gets deployed is ours. And that is where strategy comes in. How do we get to deploy artificial intelligence? How do we blend the use of artificial intelligence in strategy development? Generative artificial intelligence is revolutionizing strategy design by offering new capabilities that augment traditional human-centered approaches. Now, very, very important things that when we say them, we would like you to take note of them. Now, we are not saying that the generative AI will design your strategy, but rather it will be a support tool to augment your knowledge, to augment your capacity, to augment our capabilities to be able to design. And then it makes the design faster. It makes the whole process seamless. Okay, so how do we do that? Now, how generative AI is influencing strategy design in organizations. How does it do it? Number one, it gives us access to data-driven insights. Of course, we understand that strategy is a function of data. The more quality our data, the better our results as strategists. Okay, the better our results, our ability to come up with strategies. So the generative AI gives us the ability to come up with data-driven insight, or gives us insights on data. Okay, all right. Now, another way it helps us is in scenario planning and predictive analysis. So generative AI can actually help us create scenarios to be able to help us understand better what our proposed strategy will possibly be like, what our proposed strategy will possibly look like, what our proposed strategy will possibly achieve. So it gives us that view of what the scenarios around strategy, what they could look like. Scenario planning is a critical aspect of strategy design, okay, because we need to know what the worst case scenario is, what the best case scenario is, so that we know exactly how to go about what we're doing. All right. Then another way that generative AI is influencing strategy design in organization is creative idea generation and also screening. So it helps us to come up with creative ideas, and in most cases, it can help us to screen our ideas based on the kind of information, based on the kind of prompts, the kind of query we give. Now, there is something I've been saying since we started this class, and that is the fact that the generative AI and humans need to work together collaboratively for us to have a beautiful result. Now, we cannot rely on generative AI absolutely to do all our work. So even while this tool is giving us insights, giving us scenarios and predictions, and also coming up with creative ideas, we also have a responsibility to make sure that we provide our own competence in the whole matter. Of course, before we could delve into this in strategy design, we must have the competence to even know what is right and wrong when the AI is speaking. Remember that the AI is a trained tool, so it gives us information based on the quality of data for which it is trained on. So we must also learn to have assurance of the information we want to get. So our own is like supervising the tool to give us the kind of result we're expecting. All right. Okay. So another thing is personalized strategy recommendations. So the generative AI can also give you personalized strategy recommendation for the scenarios that have been created. So if the scenario is created or the creative idea generated, good to go for you. So you can also ask for personalized strategies on how to achieve those ideas that have been created. Then another way the generative AI is influencing strategy design is on providing competitive intelligence. Of course, if it has access to giving us data insights, that means it's already providing us with competitive intelligence. Okay, it's putting us steps ahead. Okay, and with competitive intelligence, we can remain sustainable and remain thriving in the marketplace. Now, another way is to help us with resource optimization. It can suggest ways that resources can be optimized in strategy implementation, in strategy development, strategy implementation, strategy evaluation, and all of that. Then you have the real-time decision support. Yeah. So one of the characteristics of generative AI is that it has the ability to engage in conversations. So while you are doing your strategy design with the assistance of an AI, it can give you real-time decision support through what is considered as a real-time conversation. Okay. Then another way is ethical considerations in strategy. It tries to establish what aspect of the strategy should be executed. And if you're requesting for what is not achievable, it is possibly going to guide you through certain legal regulations or legal requirements, or possibly ask you to check out the legal requirements in your organization before you will be able to move on. Okay, then it also provides room for continuous learning and adaptation, and then provides for strategic agility and innovation. Now, quickly, let's look at each and every one of these, and then we move on so fast. Now, if you are on YouTube, like I see many of us on YouTube, Engineer Shoaibu, Olafasti, and others that are there, please make sure you let us know your name and where you're joining us from. And please like, comment, and share. That's for those on YouTube. Go ahead, like, subscribe if you've not, and then comment, and then go ahead and share. But let's get to know your name and where you're joining from. All right. Okay. On data-driven insights, generative AI can analyze vast amounts of data from various sources to identify patterns, trends, and correlations that humans might overlook. So this is where the support becomes interesting. This data-driven approach provides strategic planners with deep insight into market dynamics, customer behavior, and competitive landscape. So these are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things that generative AI can do for you. So what these two can do for you in a split of seconds might be something that the the normal human being could take weeks and months to do, but in a speed of seconds, this tool can help you get insight on what the market is saying, get insight on what customer behaviors are like, get insight on what economic conditions are like, and things of such. Okay, so this is wonderful. All right, now another way we talked about is the scenario planning and predictive analysis. I've already established that in strategy design, scenario planning is a big time strategy technique that we must engage, or we always engage. All right. And then with scenario planning, we can also engage in prediction of forecasting of what could possibly happen with our strategies. Right. Okay. So AI-powered predictive models can simulate different scenarios and forecast potential outcomes based on historical data and current trends. This enables strategies to anticipate challenges, evaluate risks, and identify opportunities before making strategic decisions. All right, thank you so much, Mrs. Noyelum from Abuja, Engineer Shoaibu from Lagos. Thank you for joining on YouTube, and for all the people joining on Zoom also, you're welcome. Okay. Now, creative idea generation. Generative models, generative AI can generate innovative ideas and solutions by combining existing knowledge and patterns in novel ways. And by doing this, it can give you new ideas. This creativity augmentation allows strategies to explore unconventional strategies and develop breakthrough innovations. Okay. For personalized strategy recommendations, AI algorithms can personalize strategy recommendations based on individual organizational goals, constraints, and the market conditions. This tailored approach helps in crafting strategies that are aligned with specific business objectives and challenges. Now, when we get into the hands-on experience, today I asked us to get our laptops, or at least our phones and tablet close by, because we will be having hands-on in due time. When the time is ripe, we'll be having hands-on, and then we'll begin to look at some of these things that look like they are theory to us. We'll look at them in practical realities, and then find out that they're actually simpler to do than we are saying. Okay. All right. So for those of us that are still on YouTube, you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so right away. And in case you are on Zoom, you are having challenge also with Zoom. In case you have any network challenge, please feel free to use the link to join us on YouTube. All right. Okay. For competitive intelligence, AI tools can continuously monitor competitor activities, market trends, and consumer sentiments to provide real-time competitive intelligence. Now, yesterday when we were discussing, we established that there are some micro AI apps, AI bots that are available on our computers, available on our devices, that even get to have information on what we say, and then those information can be fetched and taken back to either Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, or any other application, any other um, provider that is associated with our device. So with this information, these service providers now begin to use this information to make decisions on what kind of service to provide to you, what kind of ads to provide to you per time, based on the perceived needs, wants that through conversation, through interaction with the internet has been established from your device. So our connectivity to our devices, our connectivity to our mobile, desktop, or even our television these days, because these days we have the smart television that are connected to the internet. And so you see Netflix using some of those bots to make recommendations to you. Okay, so those are part of competitive intelligence that the artificial intelligence can provide. So this enables strategists to adapt strategies quickly in response to market shifts and competitive moves. Now, for resource optimization, AI algorithms optimize resource allocation by identifying inefficiencies, optimizing supply chain logistics, and forecasting demands accurately. This resource efficiency supports strategic initiatives by ensuring optimal use of organizational resources. Now, for the real-time decision making, real-time support in decision making, the generative AI can as well provide real-time support in decisions by analyzing incoming data streams. Now, remember that in these incoming data streams, it is one of them is the possibility of people who have been interacting with the devices, interacting with their devices, and then having to collect those information and then using them to make decisions. Okay, so those incoming streams can help. Those incoming streams of data can help us in real-time decision making. All right, real-time decision making. This agility in decision making helps organizations capitalize on fleeting opportunities and mitigate emerging threats promptly. Ethical considerations in strategy. As AI influences strategy design, ethical considerations become crucial. Leaders must ensure that AI-driven strategies uphold ethical standards such as fairness, transparency, and privacy to maintain trust and credibility. For continuous learning and adaptation, AI-driven strategy designs requires a culture of continuous learning and adaptation. Organizations must invest in training their teams to leverage AI tools effectively and integrate feedback loops to refine strategies based on real-world outcomes. Strategic agility and innovation. Generative AI enables organizations to adopt a more agile and innovative approach to strategy design by facilitating rapid experimentations, iterations, and adaptations. AI empowers organizations to stay ahead in dynamic and competitive markets. These are the implications or the role of generative AI in strategy design. Okay, in strategy design. Now, the key point here to note is that generative AI enhances strategy design by providing data-driven insights, enabling scenario planning, fostering creativity, and optimizing resource allocation. Embracing AI in strategy design empowers organizations to navigate complexities, seize opportunities, and achieve sustainable growth in the digital era. Okay, some of this announcement had been passed yesterday, so I will just go ahead and move on to my next section. Now, before we move on to the next section, which is Mod 5, Generative AI and Human Integrations, we have just looked at the imperative, the role of generative AI in design of strategy, okay, in designing strategies. Now, do I have any question, any comment, any concern from YouTube, from Zoom? If you have any question, please feel free. If you're on YouTube, just drop your question and I will respond to that. If you're on Zoom, kindly unmute and let me hear your question. You have a view towards the role of AI in strategy design. Would you want to ask a specific question regarding strategy and generative AI? Please, if you have, go ahead and unmute and let me hear from you. Any question, comment, contribution? Okay, so if there is none, I will just go straight to module 5, which is generative AI and human integrations. Okay, generative AI and human integrations. So more of the discussions we've had is what will the generative AI, or will AI generally replace our work? Will AI take away our work? Will AI make us redundant? And all of that. So let's look at this generative AI and the generative AI and the human integrations. Okay, let's quickly look at that. Integrating generative artificial intelligence with human capabilities is crucial for maximizing its benefits while addressing potential challenges. Now, someone asked in the chat room, how does generative artificial intelligence improve job performance? Now, it can improve your job performance if you're able to integrate your capabilities with the capabilities of the AI. So there is collaboration in what is being done. There must be capabilities built and integrated with the capabilities of the generative AI. That is one of the basic ways that it can help you improve on your job performance, in your organizational performance, and the likes. All right. Okay. Now, how generative AI can effectively be integrated with the human expertise. One thing we must understand is that generative AI is helping to augment our intelligence. So it's augmented intelligence, it's not a native intelligence. So there is augmentation of intelligence. That's number one. And then in collaborative decision making, that's number two. In creativity and innovation, that's number three. Skills enhancement and training. These are the areas that we can integrate generative AI with our human capabilities. They will have ethical and responsible use, continuous learning and adaptation, cultural and organizational alignment, empowering human-centric AI, reskilling and job transformation, trust and collaboration. Now, quickly, let's look at each one and what it has to say. In the augmented intelligence, generative AI augments human intelligence by processing and analyzing vast amount of data at speeds and scales beyond human capabilities. They help in analyzing data. Now, this data that is being analyzed is for us to make decisions, is for us to take decisions and to take actions. The generative AI won't take action for us. The generative AI will not take decisions for us, but they can support with analysis of data. They can support with recommendations. Okay, then that will augment our own native abilities, native competencies. All right. This allows humans to focus on higher level tasks such as strategy formulation, creative problem solving, and decision making. The amount of time you could have used in fetching and analyzing data, by the time the AI helps you to get it done, it makes it easier for you to now focus on the most important aspects, okay, or the higher level aspects of your job, of your leadership, of your organization. Now, the second aspect is the aspect of collaborative decision making. AI can assist in decision making by providing data-driven insights and scenario analysis. Human experts can then interpret these insights. I want us to see how the integration is working. Why the AI is providing the data-driven insights and providing us with the scenarios, the human experts are then to interpret these insights, weigh the ethical considerations, and incorporate qualitative factors that AI might overlook, ensuring decisions align with organizational values and goals. Now, it's not just organization in terms of business outfit, organization in terms of society as well. Okay, these are very much needed. Now, the creativity and innovation, AI-generated ideas and solutions can AI-generated concepts. Human teams can refine, expand, and implement innovative strategies that leverage both technological and human ingenuity. Why the AI is helping you to come up with ideas, to inspire your creativity, you still have a responsibility, you and your team still have a responsibility to refine, expand, and implement those strategies. It's only at the point of refining, expanding, and implementing that those strategies will give you result. Okay, this is very, very important. This is very, very important. All right. Now, skills enhancement and training. Integrating generative AI into training programs can enhance human skills, AI-powered simulations. Integrating artificial intelligence into training programs can enhance human skills. AI-powered simulations and personalized training models can help employees develop expertise in areas such as data analysis. The truth is that you can actually ask this generative AI to teach you things that you're not aware of. Okay, you can ask them to teach you about data analysis. You can ask them to teach you about predictive modeling, strategic thinking, and they can do that with some level of accuracy, that when you are able to present your information, when you're able to work with what you've been provided, you get some level of results. Okay, so that's very, very important. On ethical and responsible use, human oversight is essential to ensure that AI applications adhere to ethical standards. Human oversight, there must be human oversight. And that's why yesterday we talked about the certified AI advisor. There must be someone who understands the length and breadth of AI, the scope of AI, and should be able to advise organizations on this. So by the end of this program, you are moving towards becoming an AI advisor. And if you want to become an AI advisor, you can go on and let us know. Okay, we have three modules certifications you can take, and then you are on your way to becoming an AI advisor. You have this certificate course, then you have an advanced certificate course, and then you have to take a course on regulations, standards, AI regulations and standards. Okay, that's quality assurance and ethical usage. By the time you take those three courses, those three modular certifications, you are just a step away from becoming a certified AI advisor, and you can also become a chartered AI advisor. Okay, your role, most importantly, is to advise organizations on strategy, on data, advise organization on ethical usage, compliance, and all of that. All right, so that's very, very important. Okay, now human oversight is essential to ensure that AI applications adhere to ethical standards. Human experts can guide AI systems to prioritize fairness, transparency, privacy, and accountability in decision-making processes, thereby building trust among stakeholders. In continuous learning and adaptation, AI systems learn from ongoing interactions and feedback. Human experts can provide context, interpret nuanced situations, and refine AI algorithms based on real-world experiences, fostering a cycle of continuous improvement and adaptation for the AI. And also for you as, all right. Now we have cultural and organizational alignment. Integrating generative AI requires aligning technological capabilities with organizational culture and goals. Human leaders play a crucial role in defining strategic priorities, fostering a culture of innovation, and ensuring that AI initiatives support broader organizational objectives. Cultural and organizational alignment still requires individuals, still requires human guidance on how this will be done. Okay, on how it will be done. Now, empowering human-centric AI, designing AI systems that are user-friendly and intuitive, empowers humans to interact seamlessly with AI. That AI interfaces are accessible, understandable, supportive of human decision-making processes. So these are just if you're designing an AI tool, generative AI tool. They ask, how does it impact on your job? AI automates routine tasks. Organizations can reskill employees to perform higher value work that require human creativity, emotional intelligence, and strategic insight. This transformation enables employees to adapt to evolving roles in AI-enhanced workplaces. AI-enhanced workplaces. So we've kept saying it over and over again. This skill is not just about to learn it and go. Make sure that you understand it, the role it plays in your own job, because since yesterday we'll be talking so much about it, the role it plays in your own job. And then we advise you strongly to get the certificate in this course, because that could be a major game changer for you and your job. You might be the first person to even get a certificate in artificial intelligence in your organization. Okay, so why not take the advantage and make sure that you are on top of the game. Okay, then trust and collaboration. Building trust between humans and AI involve transparency, communication, and mutual understanding. Organizations should foster a collaborative environment where human experts and AI systems work together synergistically, leveraging their respective strengths to achieve shared goals. It's very, very important. So there must be trust, there must be collaboration. Remember the way the AI, generative AI works. In the internal mechanism of the generative AI, there is a model for generator and discriminator. There is a model for encoder and decoder. Then we have the transformer model. Okay, those are the three basic models. So we have the generative adversarial networks, which is where we have the generator and the discriminator. The generator is the one generating data for you based on the data set it was trained on. The discriminator is still inbuilt, trying to make sure that the data generated is in line with the data set for which it was trained. So it's trying to verify the quality, the alignment, the congruence in data generated with the data internally built within the system. Then we have the variational autoencoders, that's the VAEs. That's also a model where you have encoders and decoders. So encoders and decoders are doing the same work as generators and discriminators. Then you have the transformers. Now the transformers are seen as the higher models, where the AI does not only learn from data set, but it also learns from feedbacks. As you chat with it, as you give it feedback, it learns from what you're saying. So it has the ability to learn more. And that's where we now begin to talk about the deep learning. Okay, so the system or the generative AI here has the capability to learn from what you have taught it or from the feedback you have given it. Okay, all right. So those trust and collaboration, they are all important. Now, get informed. There is this misinformation that people always have that if you don't have the AI now, you will lose your job. Not that you will lose your job. You can only lose your job if you don't have the skills, if you don't update your knowledge, if you don't update your capabilities. Okay. And maybe if there's a certification requirement and you don't have it, that is only when you will possibly lose your job. Okay, but AI on its own does not take the job away from you. Like I said yesterday, AI can only replace the job of dummies. And who are dummies? Dummies are those who have refused to upskill, who have refused to update their skills, and who have refused to get their skills certified. Those are considered as dummies. Okay, integrating generative AI with human capabilities involves leveraging AI strength in data processing and automation while harnessing human expertise in creativity, ethics, decision-making, and cultural alignment. This collaborative approach maximizes the potential of AI to drive innovation and sustainable growth in organizations. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the module on challenges and ethical concerns of generative AI. And then after we are done with that, we now begin to look at the applications. Okay, we begin to look at the applications. One more time, thank you so much. And welcome some people might still be sleeping, so we need to wake them up. On YouTube, please feel free to like, share, and comment, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right. Now, what are the challenges and ethical concerns of generative AI? What are the challenges? What are the concerns? What are the generative AI? Okay, all right. Loud and clear, please kindly type 1 in the chat room. If you can hear me loud and clear, please kindly type 1 in the chat room. If you can hear me loud and clear, please kindly confirm by typing 1 in the chat room. Okay. If you can hear me loud and clear, please kindly confirm by typing 1 in the chat room. If you can hear me loud and clear, kindly confirm. Hear me loud. Sincere apologies. I tend to be having some network alterations. Please kindly confirm that you can hear me loud and clear. If you can hear me loud and clear, please kindly confirm by typing 1 in the chat room. If you can hear me loud and clear, please kindly confirm by typing 1 in the chat room. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for confirming that. Okay, so let's continue with our discussion. Challenges and ethical concerns of generative AI. And we've said quite a number of them. One of the concerns is that people say it will take over their jobs. Another concern is that people say it can do evil, okay? And several people have several things to say. Now, the number one challenge of generative AI is on data privacy and security. So there is the challenge that generative AI systems require vast amount of data to function effectively, raising concerns about the security and privacy of sensitive information. Now, the solution here is to implement robust data encryption, access controls, and anonymization techniques to protect user data. Now, when you're selecting an AI tool, either for your use, for your organization, this is one of the things you consider. Consider the data encryption, consider the access controls, and the anonymization of the techniques that are used to protect the user's data. Okay, all right. Now, bias and fairness. This is also another challenge, bias and fairness. The challenge here is that AI models can perpetuate or even amplify biases present in the training data, leading to unfair or discriminatory outcomes. How do you deal with it? Regularly audit and update your AI models. Use diverse and representative data sets and incorporate bias mitigation techniques during model development. Now, the next challenge here is the interpretability and transparency. The challenge is that many AI models, particularly the deep learning systems, operate as black boxes, making it difficult to understand how decisions are made. How does the AI come up with these decisions? We don't know. Okay. So what's the solution? Develop and utilize explainable AI techniques to make the decision-making process more transparent and understandable. And that is one of the reasons you have to come through this course, because by the time you're done with this course, you understand AI better. So when people talk ignorantly, you can talk from the aspect of having head understanding of what it all entails. Okay, even if it's not all it entails, but more of what it entails. All right. Now, there is also the challenge of accountability and responsibility. The challenge of determining accountability when AI systems make erroneous or harmful decisions that can be complex, especially when multiple stakeholders are involved. Solution is to establish clear guidelines and frameworks for AI accountability, ensuring that roles and responsibilities are well defined. I keep saying this. Not everybody may understand what I'm saying right now, but in the nearest future, we are going to be having these people that we call the AI advisors. They are going to become company secretaries. They are going to become company administrators. They are going to become company HR persons. They are going to become compliance officers and the likes. So what is their role? Their role is to ensure that there is accountability and there is responsibility in the use of artificial intelligence. As we keep saying this thing, it sounds like what's the possibilities in this? But I tell you the honest truth. In the nearest future, the amplified secretary, company secretary, amplified policymaker, we have to have an AI advisory knowledge, or become an AI advisor. Okay, because just as we keep saying, AI has come to stay. We won't change it. We can't take it away. But we must have regulatory frameworks. And there are people who must master the frameworks, the guidelines for the use of AI. No matter how AI functions, there are still things that leadership will not do. okay, or top level officials will not do. But they will require advisors who can help them in guiding them on doing those things that they must do. So an AI advisor in the nearest future is going to be one of the most wanted individuals. Okay, one of the most wanted individuals. All right, so that is very, very important. Now, the challenges, we've talked about the challenges of AI generally. Now, let's look at the challenges of the generative AI, particularly generative AI. Now, technical limitations, the challenge is that despite advances, AI systems can still struggle with tasks requiring deep contextual understanding, common sense reasoning, and adaptability. The solution is to combine AI with human oversight and intervention to handle complex or ambiguous tasks more effectively. What does this mean? It simply means that irrespective of how you want to trust the AI, just make sure that you have the professionalism needed to understand the task. Let's assume that you want an AI to develop a proposal for you. You must first of all understand what it means to develop a proposal. You must have the understanding and the competency on what the structure of your proposal should look like. So you are to guide and oversee the AI in generating the proposal in the most effective way that you want it. Not that you just throw the information or impute and then ask it to generate the data for you. It might not give you the actual result. So there must be a collaboration. We just spoke about, I think it is in module 5, we talk about human integrations, generative AI and human integrations, right? Okay, so that integration must not be downplayed. Okay, it must not be downplayed. All right. Now, integration with existing systems. The challenge of integrating generative AI with legacy systems and workflows can be technically challenging and resource intensive. The solution is to plan for phased integration, invest in infrastructure upgrades, and train personnel to manage the transition smoothly. So before you get to this point of integrating your generative AI with your already existing systems, like integrating your chatbot with your already existing system, several organizations have been able to do that effectively. Integrating your AI with your maybe your ATM machine, some organizations have been able to do that effectively. Integrating your AI with your performance management systems, but there are still some systems that have not been able to get that integration. So it requires some level of training for such integrations to be done. Now, the ethical concerns of generative AI. The first concern is the concern of autonomy and control. What's the concern? Over-reliance on AI systems can lead to loss of human autonomy and control in decision-making process. This is a concern. And I think in the educational field, this had been a major concern. Will people still be able to think? Will people still be able to use their brain? Or will they just transfer everything to artificial intelligence? There was this video that Lady Truslin posted in the platform last night after the class, talking about the children that are born after the launch of iPads and that have been addicted to iPads. Okay, not just iPads, phones generally, the Android technology, the iOS technology. Okay, and the speaker said something. He said the children of that set, they have their iPad, they have their phones being their nannies. Okay, and I agree. Even we, the new generation parents, use that as a bait. We use our phones, use our iPads just to make sure that the children are not disturbing us. But in doing so, the question is, are we transferring responsibility, decision-making to machines, to applications, to AI? Okay. But I believe, like I've always said, that the generative AI and artificial intelligence entirely is challenging us to think better, to get better, to be smarter, to improve on our brain work. Okay, to improve on our brain work. While we are having the generative AI, there are still much other innovations that need to be conquered. Okay, and I believe that generative AI will not stop that. And then we've kept talking about regulations. Why we're having generative AI, we're also having dictative AIs. For instance, in the educational world now, if you're doing a research work and you copy everything verbatim from an AI tool, when you are doing your what do they call it now? What do they call it? Yes,
Plagiarism check.
plagiarism. Yes. When you're doing your plagiarism test, it will show, because AI tools now are used to dictate plagiarism, especially dictate AI generated components or AI generated content. Okay, so it's very, very important. Thank you so much, Dr. Luremi, and good to have you in class. Have
Thank
you
you,
taken
sir.
your tea this morning?
Not really. I woke up late.
Okay, all right. So,
Yeah.
what is the solution? Maintain a balance between automation and human oversight. So, in our schools, we should pay attention to the kind of tools, the kind of gadgets that children bring to school. And also, discipline is required. There must be this collaboration between parents and teachers, okay, on which tools. Because sometimes the problem is not from the teacher, the problem is from parents, most often. Okay, why will you tell my child not to come to school with this? Why will you tell my child not to do this? Why will you tell my child not to do that? Okay, there need to be some sort of collaboration and understanding between the school authorities and the parents. Okay, so those of us that have PTAs in schools should make sure. There are schools in Nigeria to date that you don't use Android. You use Android only at specified times. Your laptop, you don't come with your own Wi-Fi. You don't come with your own internet provider. The school provides you your Wi-Fi, and by that they determine what you access and what you don't access. Okay. I have one of my little ones at Covenant University, and you can't get him on WhatsApp. You can't get him on Telegram. They have specified time when you can reach them. He can only use his laptop to do WhatsApp or Telegram. He can't use his phone. And that is the way the school is structured. I'm not saying that that is the best school, but I'm just giving an example. And there are many other schools like that. Many other schools like that. Okay. Now, on job displacement, yes, this is the major concern for most people. The concern is that automation and AI-driven efficiencies can lead to job displacement and economic disruption for certain professions. The truth is that, like I said yesterday, this will happen to dummies, those who have refused to upgrade, those who have refused to update their skills, those who refuse to follow, or those who refuse to see the trend and get themselves in line with the trend. When the wind blows, it will just blow off the chaff and keep the wheat. Okay, when the wind blows, it will blow the chaff away and keep the wheat. So this concern of people losing their job and all of that, I remember a conversation that was had some times ago by an AI technology company. And the company said that, yes, for every AI invention, for every AI innovation, about 200, no, is it about 60,000 people will lose their jobs? Yeah. Is it about 60,000 people will lose their jobs? Yeah, about something like that. But that particular innovation can also create over 6 million jobs. So why 60,000 or thereabout are sacrificing because they refuse to update, they refuse to upgrade? It is creating much more jobs. Now, I keep saying this, and I need you to understand it. Before now, we don't have any job role called AI advisor. But very soon, that's going to take up major of the industries, or most of the industry will be adapted, because we already have the industry 4.0 using artificial intelligence, and most organizations don't know how to go about it. Now, there was this wave that came with, for those of us in public service, there was this wave that came with the Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation Plan. Every organization started doing training on digital transformation. Yeah, that was a good one. But I tell you the truth now, that wave is gradually reducing, because we are moving towards the artificial intelligence. So our digital transformation is going to be towards artificial intelligence, right? Not just digital transformation of Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and imputing computation of data. No, we are upgrading more than that. So if you are in the public sector and your whole drive is that you should go and learn word processing, data analytics, and just stop there. No, there is something higher than
All right, please, let's bear with Doctor. I guess his network is unstable for now. We join us in a few seconds.
Yes, my network is being disrupted, and I don't get to understand why. So
You're
please
welcome.
kindly confirm time that you can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, kindly type 1 in the chat room. Sorry for the disruptions. If you can hear me, please kindly type 1 in the chat room. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so what's the solution to this job displacement of a thing? We say invest in reskilling and upskilling programs to prepare the workforce for new roles that complement AI technologies. Invest. Now, not every organization will be interested in your training now. So the best thing you can do for yourself is go ahead, reskill yourself, upskill, and then prepare for the opportunities. Did you get what I just said now? This training, for everyone that woke up this early to be part of this class, I must commend you. Like, I must commend. That means your heart is desperate to learn. And my prayer is that this knowledge will not be just a knowledge to you, but it will move you forward. It will change your story and give you a testimony that, yes, I paid the sacrifice and I have a benefit. All right. That is my prayer for you. I'm not sure I've slept up to 2 hours. For like 2 days now, I'm not sure I've slept up to 2 hours because of this program. Okay. I was shocked when I looked at my time and it was 5:30 something, and I had to sit up and reach out to Dami. And then we started setting up and everything. And I'm sure there were people also that have been, I saw Mr. Musa as early as even before 5. So for every one of us that are taking this sacrifice, and it's not about being free, it's about having the heart. Okay, it's about being disciplined enough, passionate enough on what you're pursuing. Okay, some of us here this morning are directors, some of us are MDCO, some of us are top management staff. So you should be sleeping. You've had a long day, so you should be sleeping till 10 a.m. But you decided to wake up early. So thank you. I'm so much impressed. Okay, and I'm confident that one of these days I will hear your testimony. All right. So while you are investing in this reskilling and upskilling, also make sure you get the certificate so that it will not seem as though you know what you're saying, but you don't have any evidence. In the work environment, whether it is public or private, one of the proofs that yes, you have a competence is your certification. And not just your certification, where you get it from also matters. Okay, where you also get it from matters. The credibility and the recognition matters. Okay, so now that we have the opportunity provided, we've rolled out about 8 to 10 courses this period that you can learn just with a token. So if you make a provision of 20 to 25,000 naira monthly within the next 6 months and commit to this learning, you would have excelled, gathered enough competence to excel. Okay, and as simple as those tokens of investment are, they can make a whole lot of difference for you. All right, so let's make it a commitment. And now we are giving everybody the opportunity, but very soon the opportunity will just be restrained to only our members. Okay, it will just be restrained to only members. Okay, so if you're not yet a member of IPM, just make sure you get to become a member. And if you're an inactive member, make sure you update your membership. Okay, because there is this challenge. People think professionalism or professional journey is you getting your membership and getting your certificate. Then you have nothing else to do with that body that you got your certification from. That's not true. Your professional journey is like marriage. The day you got trained, you got inducted, you've given your commitment to continuously improve yourself and continuously contribute to that knowledge for which you're pursuing. So that you just got a knowledge area and then you disappeared. After 10 years, you resurfaced. That's not good. Okay, that does not speak good of a professional. That's not a professional character. Okay, all right. Reverend Elder Ojinta, you've been having issue with the audio, but I believe everyone can hear me except you. When you get to YouTube, you can hear me. When you get to Zoom, you cannot. Please make sure that your audio device or your audio is enabled. Okay, maybe if you get back to YouTube to hear me, just okay. So the challenge here is that your audio is not enabled. You have to join with an audio. So either enable the audio. When you get back to YouTube, just listen to what I'm saying now. So enable your audio. Enable your audio. Dami, please, can you help me put in the chat room for him to enable his audio? Okay, or join with audio. Join with audio. Okay, that's very, very important. Okay. Now, other concerns of generative AI will have manipulation and misinformation. The concern of generative AI can be used to create realistic but false content, such as deep fakes, which can spread misinformation and manipulate public opinion. Solution is for you to develop and implement dictation technologies, which already is in place, and establish regulatory frameworks to address and mitigate the spread of AI-generated misinformation. We've had during political era, the political campaigns, we've had people had to use AI to mimic people's voices, and we thought they were real. Okay, and then they were used for political. They used it for their political gymnastics and all of that. So we need to be sure, or we need to guide against those the deep fakes that are used for misinformation. Okay, they need to be guided. Ethical decision making. The concern is that AI systems may be tasked with making decisions, may be tasked. So yesterday we talked about the categories of artificial intelligence, and then we talked about the narrow AI. We talked about the general AI, and we talked about the super artificial intelligence AI. I would say the narrow AI, that is where we are. Okay. The general AI is the one that has the capacity to think, reason, and behave like human with emotions. Okay, they are able to work and act like they have emotions. And then the super artificial intelligence are the ones that have the capacity to do more than what the human nature could do or the human abilities could do. It is believed that general AI is work in progress. This super artificial intelligence is still hypothetical. It has not yet been formed, but is an assumption. It is a future anticipation that it could come out. So if that happens, that means AI could be tasked with the responsibility of now taking decisions that have ethical implications, such as healthcare or criminal justice, where the stakes are high. We already have AI in the law field, AI in the medical field, and all of that. Okay. Now, what's the solution? Ensure that AI systems are designed with ethical guidelines and involve ethicists. These ethicists are part of the people we now call the AI advisors. Okay, ethicists and diverse stakeholders in the development process. They have access and inequality. The concern is the benefit of AI may not be quality and digital divide. Yes, this is possible based on technological intrusion in certain geographical locations. Okay, so not every one of us, not every people in my village now. In fact, in this Abuja that we are now, or that I am right now, not everybody has access to the information of AI. In the location where you are, not everybody has access to the information. Okay, so that need to also be guided. Okay, and that's where regulations also comes to play. All right. Now the solution is to promote inclusive AI development and deployment, ensuring that AI benefits are accessible to diverse population and regions. Now, also the environmental impact. The concern is training and deploying large AI models can have significant environmental costs due to high energy consumption. One of the aspects of development of AI is high energy consumption. Okay, high energy consumption. Although the engineers are doing their best to make sure that there are reduction and cost-effective ways for energy consumption, but that still remains a major concern. Okay, that still remains a major concern. The solution here is to invest in energy-efficient AI technologies and consider the environmental impact when designing and deploying AI systems. Important to note, while generative AI holds immense promise, addressing these challenges and ethical concerns is essential for its responsible development and deployment. A balanced approach that combines technological innovation with ethical considerations will ensure that generative AI contributes positively to society. Okay, so finally, we are done with more theories. So it's time for us to get hands-on with the things we have been learning. However, let me make a very clear information available. We are going to go hands-on, but there are some professional levels that we'll go into after this first section or after this module 7 that we'll go into, that will only be accessible to those that have paid for the certificate. Okay, that have paid for the certificate. Now, I keep receiving the information on manuals or these study slides, and I think it's important for all of us to have it. Now, please, what requested you to pay for is your certificate, okay, not the manual. If you want to have the manual, you can get a copy of it at a cost of 5,000 Naira or $10. Now, that's for non-members. If you are a fellow of the institute, if you are a fellow and you're up to date with your membership subscription, you will get access to the material for free. You don't need to pay anything. I'll repeat this again. If you're a fellow and you're up to date with your subscription, you will get this material for free, sent to you, okay? Upon request. When you request for it, we'll send it to you. That's if you're a fellow, you get access to this for free. If you are an associate or a full member, you can get a copy of this for 3,000 naira. Okay, 3,000 naira. So if you are not a member and you want to get this material, you pay 5,000 naira or $10. If you are a fellow, please, you can just make a request. If you are financially up to date, you get this for free. You don't need to pay anything. And then if you are an associate or a full member, you just pay 3,000 naira for that. Okay. All right. So can we get our systems ready? Can we get our systems ready? If you have a system, kindly type 11 in the chat room. If you have a phone, an Android phone that you can use, type 22 in the chat room. If you have a system, type 11. If you have a tablet, type 22. If you have an Android or a mobile device, type 33. So 11 for laptops or computers. If you have computers, internet enabled, type 11. If you have your tablet that you're going to use for the practicals, type 22. If you're going to use your mobile device like myself, type 33, so that we know exactly how to break the class. Okay, so most of us are going to use our mobile device. Now, please, those of us on YouTube, we are doing this together. The class activities are going to be all together. Okay, whether you're on YouTube, you're on Zoom, all of us are going to do that together. All right, that's very, very important. Okay, let's now quickly run through this, the AI platforms and tools. So we're going to be focusing on 3. In this session, we're going to be focusing just on 3. And this 3 is going to be on content generation. Okay, the content generation. And then on the content generation, we are going to look at proposal development, product development, strategy development, what again? Policy development, policy and procedure development. What else will we look at? Business plan development. We have about 6 things we'll look at. These are the professional areas we'll be looking at. So if you have paid for the certificate, yes, you assess all of this. If you've not, will teach you the general things we need to teach you, and then we can tell you thank you for coming. And then by the time we resume back after our break, we'll focus on the professional aspects of this program. Okay. Now, I said we are going to be introducing the Chat GPT, the Gemini, okay, whether you call it Gemini or Gemini, anyone you call it, and the Copilot. So Chat GPT is a property of OpenAI Incorporated. Gemini is a product of Google, and Copilot is a product of Microsoft. These are not just the only ones. We still have the Meta AI from Facebook, but we're just going to use these 3. The same process applies to all the generative AIs on test content generation. The same process applies to. So we're going to use these 3 as case studies, but primarily we will narrow it down to 1 or 2. Okay, but more importantly, we establish the need to use multiple AI tools when you're generating content, so that the bias will be reduced and the quality will be improved. Okay, all right. So these are powerful AI tools that can be particularly useful for businesses in the content creation and communication categories. They are conversational AI models based on the generative pre-trained transformer, that's GPT architecture. Now, let's quickly review each of these 3 so that you now know which one to use. We said at the end of this program, you should be able to know how to integrate this to your system, to your business. So we should be able to know which one to use afterwards. When to use each one. Okay, when do you use each one of these things? Now, for Chat GPT, the focus here is on chat and text generation. It excels at having natural conversation, writing different creative text formats, and handling tasks involving chats, data, and statistics. Now, I'm going to also, for those of us that will be entering, that will be paying for the certificate, when we get to the professional side, I will also show you how to use these to develop slides. we have a tool, an AI tool for developing slide that we call Pictree. Pictree, like picture, Pictree. You can use Pictree beautiful.ai to develop your slides, but those ones you have to pay. But you can use ChatGPT for free, and you can also use it to develop slides. And I will teach you that. That's for those of us that are coming to the paid version. And I will also show you, if time permits us, how do you use these AI tools to analyze data, okay, and to interpret data, okay. Now, the strength here is that it's human-like interaction, versatile content creation, data-driven processes with paid plans. Now, there is also this I'm trying to get something here. Okay, let me continue. So the ChatGPT has the free plan and the paid plan, but we're going to be doing more of the free plan. Okay, the paid plan is essential when the free plan is no longer meeting to your needs. So you are the one that will take that decision for yourself. Now, the limitation here is that the free tier has limitations. That's the free plan has limitations. Factual accuracy might require specific prompts. So if you're using the free plan, you must be competent in what you're doing because you're the one generating the prompts. If you give it anyhow information, it will give you anyhow answer. So if you want accurate answers, you must have the accurate queries that you give to it. So for those of us going to the professional, paying for the certificate as well, I will take the time to teach you about how to query, how to prompt, how to give the right prompts, okay, so that you get the best result, whatever thing you're doing with the AIs. Now, we have the Gemini or the Gemini, whichever one you call it, which is a Google product. The focus here is that information, it focuses on information access and comprehensive responses, specializes in up-to-date information retrieval, comprehensive answers, and leveraging Google services for a personalized touch. Now, if you want to have reference, let's assume you're doing research and you want to have reference, okay, with your work, you want the AI to give you reference, then it's better to consider something like Gemini because it will write and give you reference. If you want ChatGPT to give you reference, you have to ask for it. Do you get what I just said now? If you want to use ChatGPT, it doesn't give you any reference. So it just generates almost entirely new information. ChatGPT is believed to give you new information, novel information. So it's believed that it's not available anywhere. It's just generated by the ChatGPT, right? But Gemini is generating the information based on what is available on the web, what is available on the Google search engine, whatsoever, right? Okay, so Gemini can write and give you reference, but for you to have reference in ChatGPT, you have to ask for it. You have to ask, and most often the ChatGPT, most of the reference it gives you, they are wrong because the system is not actually created to give you reference. It's actually created to give you new information. So it's believed that it's not referenceable. So you're writing it. Any information is giving you is believed that you are the one that owns it. So you can reference it as your own, right? But for Gemini or Gemini, whichever one you call it, I don't know how you pronounce it. Can somebody help me pronounce that? How do you pronounce it? Feel free or mute so that you give us the right pronunciation. Who will pronounce that for us?
It's pronounced Gemini. Gemini. Yeah. Gemini.
Okay, it's pronounced Gemini. Okay, so Gemini. Okay, so the name of the tool is Gemini. Me, I call it Gemini. As a normal Nigerian that I am, anytime we see G, you pronounce it as gay, that's Gemini, or even Gemini. Okay, but from the professionals, it's called Gemini. Okay, all right. So I'm creating this, or we are looking at these differences so that you know which one to use. And then at the end of the day, I will also tell you why you need to use all three and when you need to use all three. Okay, just to make sure that the quality of information is accurate. Back to Gemini. The strength we say is real-time information access, in-depth responses, tight integration with Google products, and no mobile app yet. So ChatGPT has a mobile app. The limitation here is that limited image generation capabilities compared to others. ChatGPT generates image using the another version of it that they call the DALL-E. Okay, the DALL-E, DALL-E. So if you want to generate image with ChatGPT, you have to use the DALL-E, which is also in the research phase. Okay, it's still in the research phase. So the information it gives you might not be to your best advantage, but it gives you something useful. All right. Now, I was also trying to say something. Now, if you want to fetch data, let's assume you want to fetch data about the current economic situation in Nigeria or the current inflation rate in Nigeria now. If you ask ChatGPT, ChatGPT will give you something. But if you want the one that is up to date, it's better you use Gemini because it's going to go to Google and ransack Google and find the latest information on inflation rate. If you want to find out the number of unemployed people in a particular region, that is research-based. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, if you want to focus on research, give you quality information, up-to-date information, referenceable information, it's better you use Gemini. All right? But if you want to have novel information, the one that you say is your own, okay, nobody will change it. Okay, you can use ChatGPT. All right? Okay, now moving on Copilot. Copilot is a product of Microsoft. In fact, it has been recorded that Microsoft has spent over $3 billion on artificial intelligence, and they are proposing another $10 billion in the same artificial intelligence. If there is no profit in it, they won't be investing. And one thing is that I've been saying this, let's understand these things together. Is it these guys have an effect on government, or they have a way of influencing government? By the time they do all this investment, they will have to induce government to make it mandatory in a way, to make it accessible in a way that you and I, that we are not there when they were making the investment, become the end users. And then they will say, if you don't have this skill, you are off. If you don't have that skill, you are out. So this investment is not just for the fun of it. There is a future in view. There is a proposed return on investment. So let's have that at the back of our minds. Okay, we might not be the ones doing the investment, but let's get the skills and be ready for whatever decision that might come to play. Now, what is the aspect of Copilot? I don't know if there is a free version of Copilot, but I use Microsoft 365. So when you subscribe for Microsoft 365, they will give you access to the paid version of Copilot. So I don't know if I've not tried the free version before, but today we'll try it. Okay, I've not tried if there is a free version. Okay, sorry, has anybody used Copilot before? Is there a free version? Have you, anybody who has used Copilot before, is there a free version to it? Please, if you've used Copilot before and there's a free version, just indicate. Just say hi. Whether you're on YouTube or you're on Zoom.
I think.
Okay, if this is your first time of hearing of Copilot,
I think ahead, I think I've seen Copilot. Once you have Microsoft Edge, at least you have a free version to use there. It shows you on the surface how it is being used. You can even use it to generate some very, very minor information. Not really, really minor as such, but as compared to what it can do, it can still give you some level of information. But I observe also that just the way you mentioned, I observe it's more code issues. It assists more with code. So what it will be giving you will be it will be as if you're asking a question, to be as if it will be redirecting you as if you are asking, it will be suggesting if you're actually looking for some kind of code to give you different suggestions that are out of what you're asking if it is not code issue. So I think you're very correct on that point.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I've tried using it. I've tried using it. Once you install and update your Microsoft.
Okay. Okay. So sorry, sir. Your network tends to be breaking. I don't know whether it's mine or yours. But
easy or available to try it. Hello, can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me?
The network tends to be.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I said once you install and update your Microsoft Edge to the current, the newest version, it will introduce Copilot to you. It will even ask you to try it out. It will ask you to try it out. So when you are trying to find out other information, it will be redirecting your thoughts to see if you are actually looking for code in something. So you are right with the issue of code here. So I have observed that thing. And so when you are trying to use it, it will redirect you thinking you're looking for.
Okay, thank you so much. Sorry, the network tends to be breaking, so I could barely hear you. But I'm hearing you on YouTube, but I'm not hearing you from Zoom. I'm hearing you on YouTube, but I'm not hearing you from Zoom.
May not be
so
what
permit
you're
me
looking for.
To just mute for now. Okay, so please, if you can, if anybody can still hear me loud and clear, please kindly type 1 in the chat room. If you can hear me loud and clear, please kindly type 1 in the chat room. If you can still hear me loud and clear, let me be sure that my network is audible enough. Please, if you can hear me loud and clear without any form of breaking, kindly type 1 in the chat room. Okay, thank you. So for Copilot, somebody has been able to verify. Yes, I know if you use Edge browser, which is a Microsoft browser, they have that added. Okay, and I think if you're using Google, you can also have the extension added. If you have other browsers, you can have the extension added to your browser. Okay, and yeah, that's just that. So for Copilot, it focuses on code completion and developer assistant, designed to assist programmers with intelligent code suggestions, auto completions, and navigation within existing code bases. So there is something you ask ChatGPT, it will give you a complete book on it. If you ask Copilot, it will give you like 5 sentences about it, and then it will ask you, is this what you mean? It will give you more suggestions than the text it generated, because it was not actually designed to generate much text, but rather codes. So you can use it to come up with codes. You can use it to come up with programs. When I say program, computer language programs, okay? All right. And then there are some things it will ask, you will ask it, it will give you answer that in your widest imagination, it has nothing to do with what you asked it, because it is not meant to talk too much. It doesn't have Copilot is he a melancholy now or a phlegmatic? Okay, he's a phlegmatic. He doesn't have time to talk too much. He just wants to use his brain to think. So if you ask it too much question, it will not answer you. In fact, the more questions you ask it, the more it gets confused and start giving you very confusing answers. Okay. The strength here is that but if it is coding, it will give you something better than what ChatGPT or Gemini will give you. So if you now want to write code, you can use ChatGPT to ask for the kind of code to write. And then you use Gemini to confirm the kind of platform to use, with the kind of compiler to use to run such ad. And then you can now ask Gemini to develop that code using the specific compiler you want to use to run that particular code. And then that will be perfect for you. Okay, so now if I want to generate a code for maybe a particular machine learning, to say I want to learn about natural sciences, and I go to Autopilot, and I ask Autopilot to develop a first of all, I will ask Gemini which would be the best machine language platform to write a code or write machine language for natural learning or natural environment. It will tell me that. I will go to Copilot and ask Copilot, write me codes, machine language code, using this particular stack for natural learning. Now it would, or natural environment rather, or natural whatsoever. Just giving an example. It will write me that code and tell me how I'm going to run the code. Okay, I will carry the code back. It will tell me suggestions on what platforms I can run it on, whether it's cloud-based or the ones I can download on my system, how to install it and all of that. And then I'm good to go. Now, I'm not a machine learning expert, but I can do machine learning programming with the help of Copilot. I can write C#, Java-based Python program with Copilot without any knowledge of any of those programs. And that's why this question people have been asking, is there still need? Is there still need to go and learn computer programming, to go and learn coding, to go and learn all of those things? Because now, ChatGPT can help you write codes. Copilot can help you write better codes. But it's not about writing the codes. It's about understanding, having the professional understanding of what you're doing. Okay, having the technical know-how of what you're doing. And that is very, very important. All right. Now, the limitations. Okay, the strength first is that it boosts developer productivity, improves code quality, integrates with popular development environment, and like Microsoft, and this Microsoft focus is developed by Microsoft. The limitations here is that primarily for coding, not for general conversation or creative writing. So if you want to do creative writing or you're looking for who to talk with, just go to Meta AI or go to ChatGPT. Even the Gemini, there is a level of information you will require from Gemini. It will tell you that it is still on training. Gemini will tell you that I am still learning. I've not been fully developed or I've not learned fully. So I'm still learning. Okay, so if you want to generate data without limit, go to ChatGPT. If you want to get references to your information, go to Gemini. If you want to write code or even get further references from what you did, you can also use Copilot. All right. Okay. Do I have any question? Any comments so far? In the key concept, we've already talked about these key concepts earlier. The generative pre-trained transformers. That when we talked about the generative adversarial networks, how these generative AIs work, we said they are trained and they have probabilistic tendencies to generate data that you are unaware of. If they don't have those data sets, they can think out for themselves and give you something. Okay. And then they produce data that need to be fine-tuned. And that fine-tuning will be done through constant querying, giving the right queries and prompting for it to give you the right results. Okay, so just like a reminder, generative GPT architecture, there is transformer model, pre-training, fine-tuning, and all of that. And then we have the training data, where the sources of the training data is also very, very important, because we've said over and over again, the quality of data you use in training your generative AI will determine the kind of result it will give you at the end of the day. Then the language understanding, the language you use to model the AI is also very, very important. The language you use in modeling the AI. Okay. I remember chatting with ChatGPT some times ago, and it said it can speak or it can translate to over, is it 149 languages? Something like that, that it can translate over 149 languages. So that means I can use ChatGPT to learn French. I can use ChatGPT to learn Chinese. But the challenge is that it doesn't have audio. So how do I use ChatGPT to learn French with audio? I have to get the audio equivalent, an AI that can translate a language from maybe English to, from Chinese, and then it can speak. So I can generate the information from ChatGPT, and I will take the information to a voice encoder that can translate that particular language, okay, and then teach me by oral abilities. I will be able to hear and then learn. Okay, so we have opportunities at our fingertips. Yeah. Okay. We've also looked at the key capabilities of all of these things. That's text generation, conversation, and versatility. Okay. Applications in customer support, content creation, education, entertainment, anything you can think about where text is needed, you can use generative AI. Then we've also looked at the key features like context awareness, trying to maintain context so that we don't go out of scope in the discussion. Then turn-by-turn interactions, make sure that you're not giving volumes of requests per time, but you're making it incremental, a little per time. Okay, customization or fine-tuning and making sure that you have to adjust your parameters to give you the actual results that you want. Then ethical use and safety, we've kept saying that over and over again. The content need to be moderated and bias need to be mitigated. All right, so for any time I have network disruption, please bear with me. Okay, please bear with me. Thank you so much for your patience and for being here. Okay, so back to our discussion. How to use the generative AI tools. Please, if your video is on, kindly turn it off. Please, if your video is on, kindly, I know some of us are still, this is your morning breakfast. To some of us, this is your morning breakfast, so you might still be lying down on the bed while in class. So let's turn off the videos and to also make sure that the network is not terribly affected. Now, whether it is ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, or Canva AI, or any other one, okay, the principle applies. Your input prompt, start by typing a prompt or question into the input field. Be clear and specific to get the best and most relevant response. Interaction, engage in back and forth conversation, providing additional context or clarifying questions as needed. Use follow-up questions to dig deeper into topics or refine the output. You know, when ChatGPT was brought out, it was brought out as an open source AI. So you don't pay for it. There was a time it was in the research phase, you don't pay for it. Now, I remember those times you ask ChatGPT something, it will tell you, it said, no, not this one. It will not tell you, I'm sorry. Which other way would you want it to be done? It's not asking, you are asking it to give you something. It's not asking, not telling this one, I thought it's this way, but which other way are you thinking of? Trying to get more clarity of what you want. So providing context is very, very important in getting the right answers. Okay, customization. Adjust settings to control the behavior of the model, such as the level of detail or creativity in responses. Integrate with other tools and platforms for customized workflows and applications. For best practices, make sure that your prompts are clear. Don't use ambiguous, don't use things that they are not words, okay? If not, you'll get things that are not answers. One thing I love about this generative AI is that if you give it anything you give it, it must give you a feedback. If it's type I, it will respond you with something else. You type 0, it will respond anything you type. For every input, there must be an output. So if you want to get the best result, make sure that you're clear with your prompts. And like I said, moving forward, we will take the time to study all of these things. Okay, all of these things. But we are just going to make sure that is available to those that need it. Iterative refinement, make sure that your questions is back and forth. Don't just go one question and you're done, except you are sure about the clarity of your question. Then the ethical use ChatGPT, use Gemini, use Copilot responsibly. In short, don't go and be asking, how do I rob a bank without being caught? That would be a very good one to ask. How do I cheat on my wife without being caught? I know some people have used ChatGPT to ask that kind of question. How do I safeguard my phone so that my wife will not know what is happening there, that my husband will not know what is happening there? That is not the responsible use of ChatGPT or Gemini or what do you call that one, or Copilot. And there are many others. Please, we are just using these 3 to summarize others. Okay, we are not saying that these are the only ones. All right. Okay. Using them irresponsibly or using them not responsibly will bring harmful, misleading, or inappropriate content. Be mindful of privacy and data security when using the model. Limitations of this generative AI. Why ChatGPT is highly capable? It may occasionally produce, remember why ChatGPT is capable, why Gemini is capable, why Copilot is capable, why others are capable. They might occasionally produce incorrect or nonsensical answers. It is important to verify the information provided, especially for critical applications. I gave these 2 scenarios yesterday. Someone who wrote a CV with ChatGPT and then it was dictated and he was angry and started making noise in the interview room. That is for the fact that the person didn't take time to check the details provided. I've also seen a scenario where a proposal was drafted, a highly technical proposal was drafted. Now, the company did not notice that the proposal was wrong, but the person couldn't defend the proposal because the information given, he was not aware of it. He didn't bother to check them before going to submit the proposal. And unfortunately, as he was submitting the proposal, instead of them to say, we'll call you back, they said, let's look at it now, because they really wanted to give him the contract. And at the end of the day, with him not being able to answer the questions, the company felt like this person he won't be able to do this job, and the job was denied of him. So where critical applications are needed, it also demands that we put critical considerations. Take your time, read through those things. Okay, read through the information provided. Bias, the model may reflect biases present in the training data affecting the neutrality of responses. Continuous efforts are needed to address and mitigate biases in AI model. Context limitation, the model has a limited context window, which means it can only consider a certain amount of text history in the conversation. Long conversations may require reiterating the context to maintain coherence. If you just type, let's say you type 5 pages, you copied 5 pages, or you copied your entire project, and then you put it inside ChatGPT and say, develop an abstract from this for me. You will definitely get an abstract. But I tell you that abstract will not be as quality as if you had given it iterative dimension. Okay, gradually and progressively, you get the right part of that. Okay, so this is well, we'll take about 20 to 30 minutes to do the hands-on activity. So the first is that I'm going to go on. We're going to start with ChatGPT. Okay. We're going to start with ChatGPT, and then we look at Copilot, and then we look at Gemini. So I'm going to have 3 of them all open on my device. Okay, yes. Mr. Yemi just reminded me, yeah, that's true. Yeah, ChatGPT has it has a provision, it has a mechanism that you can use to pronounce sounds, pronounce words. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Okay, so can we just open our systems? Can we open our laptops, open our phones? So for those on YouTube that are going to use phone, maybe you have to be, I don't know how you're going to combine that, because when you are off from YouTube, it will stop speaking to you. Okay, so let's open to chatgpt.com, chatgpt.com. So I'm going to copy that and send it to you. Okay. Chatgpt.com. Are we there? Let me get. While we're trying to get this on, if you have questions, if you have comments, please feel free to contribute while we open up our systems, open up our phones. Okay, so if you have 2 phones, for those of us on YouTube, you can use one of the phones for the practical and use one of the phones to get instruction. Okay. So I'm opening ChatGPT, I'm opening Gemini. Gemini is gemini.google.com, and Copilot is copilot.microsoft.com, copilot.microsoft.com. Okay, copilot.microsoft.com, copilot.microsoft.com. Okay. Copilot.microsoft.com. So my network seems to be affected. It's taking time for my. If you've opened the applications, please let me get them out again. For ChatGPT, you go to chat GPT, gpt.com. It's okay, so my network seems to be affected. So sorry about that. So I was saying, let's open to chatgpt.com. Then we will open to, we'll open to chatgpt.com. We open to gemini.google.com. And then for Copilot, we open to copilot.microsoft.com. So let me get all of this. For ChatGPT, let me put that in the, where's the chat room? For ChatGPT, you have this. For Gemini, you have this. And for Copilot, you have this. So I'm sharing that in the group, so you can just click on them, and then we start our conversation. We start our conversation. So if you're with me, if you're with me, okay, so we have the chat GPT is already enabled there, so you can just click on it. That's chat GPT, chatgpt.com. Yeah, chatgpt.com. Okay, chatgpt.com. chatgpt.com. Okay, which other one? Oh, I posted Gemini twice. Okay, copilot.microsoft.com. 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 So let's assume we want to can somebody give us anything at all you want to do with the ChatGPT? Anything official, not just anything official that you want to do with these things. Any repetitive task that you think this should help you out. Just give us example, and then we will use this to sort it out. Give us one you think is simple. Give us one you think is complex, very complex, and then we'll deal with that immediately. Can we get one? Can we get one? I'm trying to find one that is quite simple. One that is quite simple. Okay, so let me use, I'm not getting any feedback here. So let me use this example. Now, let's assume I want to ask ChatGPT to tell me about artificial intelligence. And we are going to do that across the three of them so that we'll find out the one that gave us the best result. All right. So why is my still not sharing here? Please, those of us on YouTube, are you with us? Those of us on YouTube, are you with us? Please kindly confirm that you are with us. And if you can see my screen, yeah, I think my screen is visible now. So let's assume I want to say, tell me about, okay, so I'll just copy this. I'll just copy this query. I'll say, what are the key applications of artificial intelligence in healthcare? Or maybe I want to say, tell me about AI in healthcare. So this is a query. I am giving this thing now. Tell me about AI in healthcare. Now, this is what we're going to do. The same question, I want you to impute the same question in at your own end. So I'm putting the question both on the YouTube and on the WhatsApp platform. The same question, copy the same question and put it all across. Now, let's see the feedback we'll get, whether they will all be the same. Do you get what I just said? Tell me about AI in healthcare. So just copy it the way it is. We're going to do that across the three. We're going to do that across the three. Are we together? Are we together? Okay. So I'm going to enter that, and then I'll go to Gemini and I will also enter that. Okay, gemini.com. I'll go to autopilot and I will enter. Same. Okay, so for Gemini, I need to sign in to be able to use it. So let me find a way to log in on Gemini. Is somebody trying it out? Is somebody trying it out? Please, if you can still hear me loud and clear, kindly type 1 in the chat room. At this point, just feel free to keep your mics open so that we can interact very freely. At this point, please keep your mic open so that we can interact freely. Okay, except your background is noisy. Okay, except your background is noisy. Except your background is noisy. Okay. So I still have a challenge with ChatGPT coming up. I think that's my network. So we are going to see the information generated from each of these platforms. What is happening? I think my network is being badly affected. All right, please, I will have to change my location. Let me be sure of the network. I'll have to change my location, please. Please, just still stay in the class. The assignment I'm giving you is open up the tools and then just paste, copy the information. Tell me about artificial intelligence and paste it across the three. And then let's see what it will give us. Okay? Let's see the information that will be generated across three. Okay, so I'm awaiting the feedback in the chat room. Mrs. Christiana said Copilot is problematic even after logging in, but ChatGPT and Gemini have both availed responses. Okay. So Deborah said same here. So on my own end, it is my ChatGPT that is giving me challenge. So let me try another web browser and be sure of what the challenge could be. So what I want us to do is to check the two. All of the responses are cross. Okay, Copilot is still waiting. ChatGPT is waiting. We're still together. I'm just trying to make sure that Everything is working. All right. So finally, ChatGPT, what do you call it? Gemini is up. Okay. Okay. So what you're going to do for me is, for those that theirs have populated, I want you to open to, if your Gemini is open, if your Gemini has processed, just open the Gemini. Open the Gemini, and I don't know why my ChatGPT is not coming up. Oh, we're just going to read the first paragraph. So I just need 3 people. Okay. It's opening here. I need 3 people. I need 3 people to read the first paragraph of your own product. So just tell us where you're generating from, and then you read your first paragraph. So who is going first? Please unmute, feel free to unmute. Tell us the platform you're reading from. Or read the first paragraph of each one that you have. If it's Copilot, the first paragraph, then you read the paragraph of the next one. Okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay, go ahead and try it. And then for those of us on YouTube, just copy the paragraph and paste it. Copy the first paragraph and paste it in the comment section. For those on YouTube, just copy the first paragraph and paste it.
Okay, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Who is reading?
Good morning, everyone. This is Christiana Kenla.
All right.
I'll be reading from Gemini and ChatGPT. My co-pilot is misbehaving. So for Gemini, I posted, tell me about AI in healthcare. First paragraph, artificial intelligence is rapidly transforming the healthcare landscape by leveraging machine learning, deep learning, and other AI techniques. Healthcare professionals are gaining new abilities to diagnose diseases, develop treatment plans, and improve patient care. Here, breakdown of AI applications in healthcare. So he listed a number of
that's yours. That's wonderful. Okay, that was that. Which one is that?
That's Gemini.
Gemini. Okay.
So for Chat,
you have ChatGPT.
For ChatGPT, so the same question. Tell me about AI in healthcare. Artificial intelligence in healthcare is revolutionizing the way medical services are delivered, enhancing both efficiency and patient outcomes. Here are some key areas where AI is making an impact. So you also listed a number of diagnoses and treatment recommendations, personalized medicine, administrative efficiency, patient monitoring and care, robotic surgery, mental health, public health and research. Then and all of this is with examples or line items as well, then challenges and considerations. So I think both of them are quite detailed.
Okay.
So
one of the things I want to establish is, irrespective of the fact that we're using the same device, but it's trying to generate same content, but trying to make it novel.
Which is good. Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. On my own end, what you read now is different from, not completely different, but the way they placed it, the way the words are placed are different from the way you read yours.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so trying to make each person's results ingenious. Okay, so somebody wanted to read earlier. Is it Deborah?
Yes, sir. The ChatGPT.
Okay.
In mine, it's saying AI in healthcare is revolutionizing the way medical professionals diagnose, treat, and manage diseases. Here are some key aspects of AI in healthcare. And they listed 1, medical imaging, personalized treatment, predictive analysis.
Sorry, wait, before you go on. Your first one is medical what? Medical imaging.
Imaging.
And what?
Personalized treatment.
Just medical imaging.
Yes.
So, Mrs. Christiana, your first one is what? Under ChatGPT.
On the chat GPT, hold on just a minute. My first is what's it again? Diagnosis and treatment remedies, recommendations.
And my number one is diagnostics and imaging. So you see how they are trying to make.
So it doesn't look
1
like
million people can ask the same question. Be rearranged through permutation in 1 million ways. So everybody feels good with what he has written. Okay, and that's why we say they generate novel content. Okay. So I've been talking with the ladies. Do I have men in this house, or they have gone to take breakfast? Our men, have they gone to take breakfast? Where are our men? Can I get okay?
We are here.
Okay. So have you tried anyone?
Yes, I have. I've tried a chat GPT and the Gemini. I'm having issues with signing into Copilot.
I have Copilot here.
Okay, somebody has Copilot.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. Chika, I want you to read your own first paragraph on Gemini. And Christy, I want you to correlate it with your own and confirm if they are the same.
Okay, you mean on Gemini?
Yes, read yours on Gemini. And Christy or any other person that has theirs on Gemini, just check and confirm if they are the same. Let's go ahead.
It says artificial intelligence is rapidly transforming the healthcare landscape by offering innovative solutions to various challenges. Here is a glimpse into how AI is being leveraged in healthcare. Then it goes on to give several analyses.
Okay. So, Christy, is that what you have?
Yeah, so slightly different for the second line. Slightly different. So artificial intelligence rapidly transforming the healthcare landscape is the same, but by leveraging, so it changed there at that point. Okay. But what about the list? Because I have enhanced diagnostics, predictive analytics, drug discovery and development, administrative. Do you have?
Mine is different.
Okay.
What do you have?
Enhanced diagnostics, personalized medicine, predictive analytics, and streamlined workflows.
Okay, we kind of changed some. So some are similar, some are different.
So I don't have streamlined workflows, but I have improved efficiency, which is the same.
I don't have that. I don't have personalized medicine.
I don't have that too.
Okay, so you see, with one question, same tool, but giving different suggestions to different people. Okay, different suggestions, and all of the things they are saying, they are all correct too. Okay, from the little we know about medicine, they are all correct. Okay, now let's go to that Copilot. Somebody has Copilot, and I think I have something on Copilot.
I have Copilot.
Okay, please, the person on Copilot, can you read?
Yeah, certainly artificial intelligence AI in healthcare refers to the use of machine learning, natural language processing, deep learning, and other AI technologies to enhance the experience of both healthcare professionals and patients. Here are some ways AI is transforming the field. One, we have diagnosis and treatment, predictive analytics, robotic surgery, natural language processing, administrative automation. Yeah, that's the last one, administrative automation. 5.
Okay. Thank you so much. Now, on the screen, you can see what it generated for me. And you can see there's slight difference. And my only says, certainly AI is making significant strides. And they started with talking about applications, preventive risk management, then benefits, examples, and all of that. And there is something significant about the Copilot. I did not see that in Gemini. Now, there's something significant about the Copilot. You will notice that it gave you references. Did your own give you references, Mr. Ephraim?
Yes, I have reference.
So it doesn't want to talk too much. If you want to read more, go and find your answers in these places. That's what it's telling you. And then by the time you go to any of these places, you find each of the points that were mentioned, you'll find them either in one or more of these reference places. So that means you can also use Copilot for quick referencing. Okay. All right. So can we get something now? We're just giving just the basic example. Can we not get something to do? I will want to divide this class now into, I want to divide this class. How many are we? Okay, we are
17.
We are about 19, but that would be 19 minus 3 or 19 minus 4, so we're about 15. Yeah, we're about 15 in class. So I'm going to divide us into groups, and we are going to develop a proposal. So we're going to work on the same proposal. So let's say we are working on the proposal for, I don't want to use something too big. Let's work on the proposal for environmental cleaning. So environmental cleaning, propose a project for environmental cleaning for your local government chairman. Write it down. So we have group 1. We'll create a room now. So if you find yourself in group 1, you belong to group 1. If you find yourself in group 2, you belong to group 2. Okay, you can discuss and then come up with your work. So whatever thing you've come up with, just copy the one you accept. Put it in either Microsoft Word or PowerPoint or wherever you want to put it, because we are going to allow you to share what you are presenting. Okay, we're going to allow you, whoever that is presenting for the group will allow you to share what you're presenting. But the most important thing here is for us to see how these contents are generated. And then we now look at your personal skilling in each of the groups. So proposal development, we believe it should be something that is common to all of us. So develop a proposal on a project to clean the environment. And then you're proposing to your local government chairman. Okay, you're proposing to your local government chairman. So let's take 20 minutes. So I'll give you 15 minutes to do your group work. And then when we'll come back, we'll use about 5-10 minutes, or let's say another 15 minutes for presentation. So on or before 9 a.m., we should be done with our first session so that we can go and take our tea and then reconvene afterwards. Okay, are we good to go? Any question? So one more time, the assignment is that the group work, group 1, 2 is on Zoom, group 3 is on YouTube. So everybody on YouTube is an independent group. If you're on YouTube, you are an independent group. So you're going to do your work and then copy it and paste it so that we can be reading it from the YouTube, because you won't be able to give us a voice from YouTube. So just copy and paste. So write or develop a proposal for environmental cleaning, or a proposal to clean the environment, your local government environment. Propose a project of such to your local government chairman. Okay. Do I have any question? Any question? Any comment on that before?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
I need help, please. I am not enjoying the class on my phone any longer because of the exercises, and I've not been properly engaging myself. I'm just trying to transfer to my laptop now, and I didn't get any of the instructions you've given. So if you could just type it in the house, and I'll try to get it. I'm still trying to connect to my laptop.
Okay. So I'm going to type it and send it. Any other concern? Any other question? Any other concern or question? Please, as much as you can, try to, whenever you're given a group, try to know your group so that in case the network takes you out and brings you back, we'll be able to take you back to your group. Okay, we'll be able to assign you back to your group. All right. Okay. So Okay. So these are the professional areas we are going to be looking at the prompts, but we are going to take a hands-on from our own end. Okay. After presentation, when we come back after our break, then we'll be looking at these areas one after the other. Okay. We'll be looking at these areas one after the other. However, these areas will only be dealt with those who have made their payment, who have made their commitment. And coming back, our next class on this, it will not be streamed, it will not be recorded. So you have to be in class to get it. Okay. And the record, if we even record, the record will only be available to those who are paying for the certificate, right? Okay. So what is the question again? Develop a proposal on environmental cleaning for your local government chairman. Okay. Propose to clean the environment for local government chairman. So you are a contractor. Your local government has opened up a bid for environmental cleaning. So write for the project, write a proposal for the project. Okay, write a proposal for the project. Okay. Can I break us into groups now? Can I break us into groups? Can I break us into groups? Okay, so since I've received yes, let's go ahead. So one more time, we are going to take 15 minutes. Just look at your time, take 15 minutes. And then by the time, in whatever you're doing, if you can put your work on a text processor like Word or PowerPoint, so that when you're presenting, we'll look at what you have done, all right? All right, so I'm going to break us into 3 groups. Oh, it's three too much? Okay, let's do 5. So I will manually assign each person. We'll try as much as we can to reduce the network fluctuation. Please, for those of us in YouTube, I said each and every one of us is a group. So just develop your work and post it on the YouTube, on the channel. Okay, okay. So I have about 21 persons here. That means the number is increasing. So now let's get it. So group 1, group 2, and group 3. So group 1, 1, 2, 3. Group 2, 1, 2, 3. Group 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's go and complete our reassigning. One, two. Please, as soon as you see the prompt to join, please feel free to join. Okay, feel free to join. I'm trying to make sure that the numbers are equal for everybody. Okay. Okay, so group 1, please, group 1, listen to your names. Group 1, listen to your names. Group 1, listen to your names. Group 1 is Adeze Christopher, Adeyemi Caleb, Christiana Okenla, Francis Ekene, Joseph Abiodun, Onyinye Chinwendu, and Pascal Mwachukwu. Group 1, Adeze, Adeyemi, Christiana, Francis, Joseph, Onyinye, and Pascal. Group 2, Chikogo, Jide, Adebisi, Michael, Oluremi, Regina, and Truslin. Group 3, Adebayo, Benedicta, Deborah, Ephraim, Nabot, and Okechukwu. These are the groups. So as it opens up, please just align yourself and then let the journey begins. And May Henshaw also will join group 2. So any other person coming in will go to group 3. So let's join the groups. There is a pop-up on your screen right now, so kindly join the one that concerns you. Okay, and please, as you get in there, start your work immediately. Group 1 is still waiting for Francis. So even if you get there and you're the only one there, just start the work. Don't wait for multitude. 2 minutes is enough for everybody to join. So after 2 minutes, if they are not joining, please go ahead and do your work. Room 2, we have Chiko, Gujide, and Regina that have joined. Room 3, we have Adebayo, Benedicta, Deborah, and Okechukwu that have joined. If you have issue joining, please let us know. If you have issue joining, please let us know. There is a pop-up on your screen already. Please just join. Okay. For those of us on YouTube, just do your work and paste it here, and then we will be trustly. Okay, in case the network takes you out and we don't know your group, just let us know in the chat room and then we'll reassign you. Trustlin, are you in group 2 or group 1? Lady Trustlin, are you in group 2 or group 1? Okay. Lady Trustlin, if you can hear me. Dami, can you still hear me?
Clearly, sir.
Okay, I'm not hearing Trustlin. I need to know which group she belongs to.
So we have about 4 people.
We have about what?
4 people. Maybe they've not been grouped yet.
No, they've been grouped. Onyinye is group 1. Yeah, Lady Trustlin, which group are you?
Is it me? It's group 2, but the thing is showing me off. And
okay, so let me reassign you to group 2. People on Zoom people on YouTube have gone on break. Okay. Okay, Lady Trustlin, I've assigned you to group 2. Just accept the request and join group 2. Okay. Lady Trustlin, are you having issue with the joining the group 2? It's showing me that you've not joined. Nabot, you're yet to join group 3. Mr. Jide and Trustley, you're yet to join group 2. Group 1 is fully occupied. Okay, so Dami, just do the timing. When the time is up, I think they started, is it 8:30, 8:35. So let's say they started 8:40. By 15 minutes, that would be 8:55. So by 8:55, we should be back.
Or should we extend it to 9 o'clock?
God.
Can you hear me, doctor?
Yeah, what do you say?
I said, should we extend it to 9 o'clock for some people that didn't join on time?
9 o'clock. Okay, it's all right. So let's send a general message across all the groups. Sorry, Mrs. Benedicta and Adebayo, please, which groups are you? Were you grouped or you're just joining?
No, sir, we are in group 3.
Okay, group 3, so let me send you to group 3. Is it the both of you or just you?
No, yes, the both of us, and we are with Miss Deborah, Miss Mr. Nabot.
Okay, okay. All right, so return to where you came from. Lady Henshaw, which group are you? Lady Henshaw, can you hear me?
I'm in group 2, sir. I got locked out.
So let me send you back to where you're coming from.
Thank you.
Mr. Michael, please, which group are you? Mr. Michael, if you can hear me, which group are you, please, so that I can send you back to your group?
I'm on group 2. Hello, I'm on group 2.
I've sent you back there, so just accept the invite and go to group 2. Okay, we're all welcome back. I trust everyone is back to class. Some people are really having very terrible network challenges. So sorry about that. Okay, so we are back to class. Everyone is back to class.
Yeah.
Please, can you confirm that it's loud and clear? You can hear me loud and clear. Please, can you confirm? If you can hear me, please kindly confirm. All right, thank you. So, group 1, group 2, group 3, group 1, group 2, your presenters, they should just so that we can make them co-host. Just raise your hand so that we'll make you co-host. If you wish to share your screen, you can go ahead and do so. 1, group 2, group 2. Just raise your hand.
Can you see my hand raised?
Yes, so we're making you co-host.
Yes,
now.
your hand is raised. And she's representing group 1.
Okay. Group 2. Who is representing group 2? Please, can we see your hand up? Group 2, can we see your hand up? Group 2, can we see your hand up? Who is representing group 2? Okay. You are now a co-host. Who's representing group 3? Who is representing group 3, please?
I am representing group 3.
Okay. So you are now a co-host. So let's start from group 3. So group 3, can we have your presentation?
Okay.
This one are reverse mode.
Group 3, we are waiting for you.
Okay.
Are you sharing your screen?
I want to share my screen. I don't know
Okay.
if it's possible.
Yeah. Well, that's why we made you co-host, so you can go ahead.
Are you starting from group 3?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, group 3, if you're not ready, let's go to group 1. Group 3, if you're not ready, let's go to group 1. So we'll come back to group 2 group 3 later. Okay, group 1, if you're ready, you can go ahead. Group 1, are you ready?
Yes, we are ready. I couldn't unmute before.
Okay, please go ahead.
Can I share my screen now?
Yes. You have
this will stop others. Okay, yes. Just a minute. Okay. So please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen, but you need to project it.
Can you see it?
No, like, okay, your work is on Microsoft Word. Okay, go ahead. It's okay.
Oh, well, where would you want me to put it? You said we should put it
No,
on.
it's okay. I thought it was on PowerPoint. It's okay. It's okay the way it is.
So
just
sorry about that. Okay,
No.
All right, so good.
So you have 5 minutes.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So we are IPM Team Group 1, and the project we'll be presenting to the local government is a Cleaner Etiosa local government initiative. And this is, you can see the IMP Group 1, Etiosa local government for June 29th, 2024. Project proposal is Community Environmental Cleaning Initiative, and our project title is A Cleaner Etiosa Local Government. So what's the project overview? The A Cleaner Etiosa Local Government Initiative aims to enhance the cleanliness and environmental health of our local community through a coordinated effort involving residents, local businesses around, schools, and also government agencies. And what we're trying to focus on is to reduce litter, promote recycling, and improve green spaces. What is our objective? We have 4 key areas, and one is to reduce litter, and this would help us to decrease, the amount of dirt around the public spaces, streets, and waterways. We also want to promote recycling, and what we plan to do is to provide more recycling bins where people can actually put items that are recyclable, and we also educate the community on proper waste segregation. We also want to enhance green spaces, so clean and maintain the parks, try and breed more trees, work on the gardens and other green areas so that it can be enjoyable for residents. And the 4th thing we want to do is to raise awareness, because we know education is power. And so we want to educate the community about the importance of environmental cleanliness and sustainability. So what are the key activities we'll be doing? There are 5 key things we'll be doing. Community cleanup day. So we would organize monthly community cleanup events where we'd have volunteers. Like as you can see from the picture above here, we have volunteers that will have, the proper items they require to try and help clean up the environment. We also would provide the tools like the safety gear, glove bags, and trash pickers. We'll partner with local waste management companies to help us pick up the trash once we're done. The second thing is the recycle program expansion. So we'll install recycling bins in public areas, schools, parks. So instead of littering the floor, people can put those items like water bottles, drinks, cans in the recycling bins. We'll adopt a spot program. So we encourage local businesses, schools, and communities to adopt a specific area where they can take responsibility for cleaning. So a school can say, okay, just in front of the road, they will take up that space to clean, the environment. And would also, of course, provide recognition like best adopt a spot program ambassador, so encourage and to motivate people to work. Educational workshops and campaigns. So we'll conduct workshops in schools, community centers, healthcare centers about the importance of waste management, recycling, and environmental protection. We'd also launch a social media campaign where we share tips, videos, do stream live videos where people can understand, what we can do. We also have testimonials. We'll share success stories on the social media platforms and also inform the community about upcoming events. Then with the Green Space Enhancement Project, of course, I mentioned something about planting trees. So we'll do that and ensure we get people's buy-in to even come and plant the tree themselves and watch it grow, so they understand the importance of being part of the process. What is the timeline? We're looking at 6 months, and of course, there'll be ongoing activities. So the first month would, if it's approved, by August 2024, which is month 1, we'll project planning, partnership formation, and resource.
1 minute more.
I'm sorry?
1 minute more.
Okay, so the timeline is here. We have it to take us 6 months to run through this project, and of course, there'll be active activities going on a monthly basis. Budget estimate, we're looking at this amount of money to help us, total of about over almost 6 million in total, 3 million for the workshop and event. That will take a lot from us. Supplies 100,000, promotional items 200, green space project 400, and miscellaneous 500. So roughly almost 5 million naira for us to run this project. And funding sources, we have the local government, corporate sponsorship to reach out to them, community fundraising, and of course, in-kind contributions from different people. Even volunteering is also part of the way we're sourcing our funds. And of course, the stakeholders, local government, residents, schools, businesses, and environmental groups. And of course, we will do our evaluation, monthly reports, surveys, success metrics, and also motivate and reward people. In conclusion, the A Cleaner Etiosa local government initiative aims to foster a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable community through collective effort and environmental stewardship by engaging residents and local organizations. The project will create a lasting positive impact on the local environment and quality. And as we have here, this project, was developed using ChatGPT by the IIPM Group 1. Thank you very much for listening.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your presentation. Cleaner Etiosa, local government, developed by ChatGPT. Okay, thank you. So we don't have much to say. We just want to go through this first, and then we will be back on it. But by the time we come back, what we want to do at the end of the day is to verify how this was done. What kind of query did you give it? And was the query once, or was it done serially? Was it done incrementally, or was it done in volume? Okay, so we would like to know that. So how did you impute your query? Please go ahead, unmute, and let's hear from you.
Okay, should we answer now? All right, I thought you were coming back. So you gave us a question, and
Christina, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me too?
I believe you're a co-host, so you have capacity to unmute.
I've unmuted and I'm talking. Can anyone hear me, please? Please, can anyone hear me?
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. Please, did you hear the presentation? Just to be sure.
Yes, I heard the presentation.
Okay, so you gave us a question and you asked us to put in a proposal for an environmental whatever activity, and that was exactly project. And that was exactly what I put in on ChatGPT, and all of us did that. And when we did that, we just picked all of this. So ChatGPT actually gave us a template in terms of what to do and even some of the content. And then we made it our own by then editing some of the like the project title and also the budget part, which was in dollars for ChatGPT, but we changed it to Naira because we're in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. And also looked at changing changing the project overview as well and objectives. And when we read the objectives and the key activity, it aligned with exactly what we're going to do. So we didn't need to change that. But for some things that we felt we needed to change, we just did a bit of tweaking. So ChatGPT really helped us in coming up with the project guideline and the template in a way that would be presentable. Yes, sir.
Okay, so
and we did it only once. We just entered it once.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. Does anybody have question to ask group one on what they've done? What they are doing now, they say they are doing cleaner Etiosa. We don't even know where that is, but they know where it is. Where they are doing it is not a concern. It's just for us to be sure that they will be able to generate a proposal. And I'm sure everybody in the group participated in this.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Fully.
Okay. Does anybody have any question for them? Okay, so if there is no question for them, please can we, in the chat room, can we give them a round of applause? An applause that is round. In the chat room, please, can we give them a round of applause? Thumbs up. Anyone that comes to you, please go ahead and give them. So group two, are you ready? Group two, are you ready?
No, we are not ready.
Did you travel?
We will come after group three.
No. If your work is ready, just go ahead and present.
No, our work is not ready. In the next 1 minute, it will be ready.
Okay, so group three, is your work ready? Kudos to group one. Group two, are you ready? We gave you artificial intelligence and it's taking you time. Now, just imagine what will happen if you are to do it on your own. That means it will take us like 3 months before we get your report.
I'm sure they are learning from us. Yes, most of them will now go into PowerPoint.
Yes, they are doing deep learning. They are learning from.
I'm very sure it is the PowerPoint.
And that's why we wanted to do reverse engineering.
PowerPoint in presentation.
Okay, so group three, are you ready?
Yeah, but I'm unable to see the share screen option on my phone.
Okay, I think Dami, can you tell him
how to? You can share on phone.
No, you can share. You can share. Go to option or more.
I click on more. What I can see there is meeting settings, disconnect audio, and host tools.
You are a co-host.
And what? And host what?
Host tools. And under the host tools, nothing is relating to share screen.
Okay, can I present group two?
Okay. Dami, are you still in this? Dami and Adeyemi,
Yes, I did.
Can you check share option? Can you check share option?
Mr. Joseph, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Are you using your phone to share your screen?
Yes.
You might, I don't know, maybe you might need to just find a way to screenshot what you want to share, because you may have that issue. Maybe you screenshot of the document you want to share. Go to your picture and click in order to mark maybe 3 pictures that you want to share, and from there you can now share. You may have that difficulties with your phone if it's not your system, if it's not system you are using. Do you understand my point?
That's a long process. Okay, so why they are trying to find out forward? Let's have.
You can share.
I do share with my own. That process, I don't think I go through it.
Well, if there's another way, you can try it out.
Let me just group 2. Why group 2 is sharing? Let's see if we can find a way out for.
Let's see if we can. So for group 2, our presentation is a cleaner and healthier ego-local government. IIPM Group 2, we call ourselves the Trailblazers. So our presentation is on a cleaner and healthier local government. And the objectives are to ensure regular and efficient market sanitation, deseal and maintain street drainage systems, implement regular street sweeping schedules, conduct thorough fumigation to control pests, and prevent disease outbreaks. And here are some details about this proposal. Concerning market sanitation, we hope to deploy regular cleaning, then proper waste management, and engage in public awareness campaigns, especially in the markets on a weekly basis. We also intend, if this proposal is accepted, desilting the street drainages. This will involve inspection and mapping the drainages to see how blocked they are, and creating a schedule that will involve desilting on a monthly basis. And this schedule will involve the maintenance and repair of equipment lying fallow at the local government. We'll carry out necessary repairs and maintenance on such damaged and ineffective drainage system to enhance their effectiveness, since we have noticed that, especially when it rains, that some streets get flooded since the drainages are blocked. We also are proposing for street sweeping, a schedule of sweeping the streets every day to make it cleaner, which will help to lift the face of the environment. We also intend to deploy personnel in addition to those on ground, to be able to help in sweeping the street, and deploying 2 persons to each street within the local government. We also intend to invest in modern street sweeping equipment, especially in the streets that we know that are tarred, while the ones that are not tarred will deploy human personnel to be able to take care of that. We also intend to put in a lot of community involvement by going around various quarters, speaking to the landlords in such areas to help in group participation and volunteering to make that possible. Fumigation is also important to us by targeting areas where we believe are infested and this will be done on a bi-monthly basis. Our budget for this include 2 million naira for market sanitation, 1 million naira street drainage desilting, since not all these drainages are blocked. Then for street sweeping, 400,000 naira, fumigation, 3 million naira, public awareness campaign, 2 million naira. If we put the total budget together, it comes down to about 9.4 million naira. To make our proposal possible, we feel that a monitoring and evaluation team should be established that can oversee the implementation of this. In conclusion, we believe that a cleaner and healthier local government will actually boost the confidence of the people, help to support leadership, and improve public life and welfare. Thank you. So this presentation is from the IIPM Group 2, the Trailblazers. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Group 2, is it Group 2, right? Group 2, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much, Group 2, for your presentation. Sorry, which of the apps did you use?
We used ChatGPT and Copilot. We had to integrate the ideas from both together.
Okay. All right, thank you. So can you please show for that screen again?
Okay, sir.
Can you please bring for the screen? Group 3, they are still having issues, okay? Okay, so Group 2, Trailblazers. Does anybody have any question, comment for Group 2? We have extended our time so well this morning. We are supposed to round up by 9. We've taken extra time. Any question, comments before we round up for Group 2?
Okay. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm part of the Group 2, yeah?
Is that me? Thank you.
Yes, May Henshaw. So what we did, like our lead presenter mentioned, we did an infusion of both AI apps to come up with what we've just presented, but bearing in mind that human touch was very important and necessary. So these AI apps were just to give us the guide and background to use while we added our own touch to it. That's very important. Streamlining even the language to the base, understanding that we're working with local government level, not even the state or the federal. So we try to bring it down a bit to the understanding of the local government chairman, so to speak. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, let's have, can we give Group 2, is it Group 2? Yeah, Group 2, please, can we give them an applause that is round? Can we give them a round of applause? They have done well. Group 2, they've done well, so let's celebrate them. Let's celebrate the work they've done. Okay. What is that? All right. So group next. That's group 3. Group 3, have you been able to find a way to share?
Yes.
Okay, so that's wonderful. If you find a way to share, let's move on. Can we move on? You have 5 minutes. Mr. Ephraim, are you still there?
It's loading.
Okay. Is your picture we are seeing here?
Yes, I'm sharing. I'm actually waiting for it's loading. Okay. Kindly confirm you can see my screen.
No, I can see your smiling face.
Okay. Can you now see my screen?
No, it's still your face that I can see.
It's only your face we can see. In fact, your face is gone now.
Well, we only saw your smile.
Yeah, I see your smile. Okay. Okay, can you send your work to us? Can you send your work to us so that we'll present for you from here? Can you just send it to WhatsApp? Just upload it to WhatsApp so that we take it up from there. Mr. Ephraim, if you can hear me, just upload it to the admin WhatsApp. Has he gone? It's like he has gone. Mr. Ephraim, are you still here? Okay, group 3 is like we'll have to give you a waiver. He's gone. The network has thrown him out. Okay, the network has thrown him out. Okay, so with all of what we've done, I'm going to ask one question. And I want you to do this sincerely, sincerely, sincerely. Don't look at anything. Do it with utmost discipline. So the person that group 1 and group 2, yeah, without looking at your material, without looking at anything. Of course, if you look at something, I will know. I want you to write in the chat box or in the chat section, write the elements, the components of a proposal as you have written, as you have presented. Write the components down without looking at your presentation, without looking at anything, without asking anybody. Just write and put here. Let me see. Let's see whether ChatGPT actually helped us or not. So those of us in the YouTube, we're yet to see your work. Nobody in YouTube is yet to paste his work for us to see. So just paste your work so that we can see what you have done, except you did not do anything. So some people in YouTube, go ahead, let us know, type in the comment section the components or the composition, the things that make up a proposal according to what you have given. But please don't look at your material and don't look at any other source. Just write from your initiative because you did the research. So let's see if artificial intelligence helped us or not.
Sorry, my network tripped off.
Yes. So we were asking that you send us your work to WhatsApp so that we can present for you from here.
On the WhatsApp group?
Yeah, send. Okay. I'm going to make a comment there so that you send it to that particular WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for everyone. So let's see if there is coherence in all of what we've done now. So Mr. Ephraim, I've posted something. Just chat me up privately and then we can pick it up from there. Who has posted? Everyone. We all
I have posted though without looking.
Okay, so I see project title, project overview, key objective, key activities, budget summary, monitoring. Okay, thank you. please don't look at, we said AI requires discipline. So don't look at anything, just write. Without any AI support, if you were to write the composition. I didn't say develop a proposal, just give us what should be your headings and subheadings. Okay, I'm looking. Some people are still laughing at me. Some people are still laughing at me. Okay. So let's do that very fast. Okay. So I have just 1 minute. 1 minute for that. So let's see. Let's see. It's only one person that is hearing me in this class, and those that are laughing at me. Others are not. Okay, Mr. Chika, title of the proposal, objectives. Let me get that. Proposal details, summary and conclusion. Okay, that's good. Michael, title of project, objective, procedure, cost of execution, and conclusion. Okay. Project overview, objective, methodology, implementation plan, expected outcome, budget, and conclusion. Okay. So I will just take 1 or 2 more. And I will give group 3. Is it group 3 now or group 2? Yeah, group 3. We'll give you the privilege to present. So let's get those information in the chat. Please don't look at anything. No, just on your own, you are asked to present a proposal. Just go ahead and give the composition of what your proposal will look like. Oh, now multiple streaming. Okay. Group 3. So, Mr. Ephraim, kindly confirm that you can see the screen.
Yes, I can see.
You can see your work?
Yes.
Okay. So if you can see, can every other person see proposal for environmental cleaning sanitation in Kagago local government? Can every other person see it? Can every other person see it?
No, we can't see it on the on Zoom. No.
Okay, you can't see it on.
We can see it.
You mean display? You mean displayed? I can't see it.
I can't see display though.
It's off now.
Okay.
It was never even on my side.
Hands-on group activity. That's what I can
Exactly. That's what I can see as well.
It's on, but it's not on hands-on. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
so can you see it now?
Yes, it's on now.
I can't see it. Maybe I should go out and come back in. I can't see it.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, it's on now. It's on now. I can see it.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Ephraim, you have 5 minutes. Please go ahead.
Okay. Proposal for environmental cleaning and sanitation in Kogorko local government area. The objectives of this proposal is, the purpose of this proposal is to outline a comprehensive plan for improving environmental cleanliness and sanitation in Kogorko local government area by involving the community and local stakeholders. We aim to create a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable environment for all residents. Now, number 1, community lead cleanup campaigns. Objectives: organize regular cleanup campaigns involving community members, local leaders, and volunteers. Activities: identify areas with high waste accumulations, illegal dumped streets, parks, etc. Mobilize volunteers for cleanup drives. Raise awareness about waste, dumping, and consequences. 2. Waste management and collections. Objectives: enhance waste management practice. Action: establish a consistent waste collection schedule encourage waste segregation, at first recyclable versus non-recyclable, install strategically placed trash bins in public areas, the public awareness and education. Objective: educate residents about their role in the waste management. Strategy: conduct awareness campaigns through billboards, community meetings, and social media. Involve school.
Excuse me. Hello? Hello, excuse me. Your slide is not moving.
He's not the one, though. He's not the one rolling the strike. I think the host forgot to.
So sorry. I forgot that I'm the controller. Sorry, where are you? Where are you, sir?
I'm here.
Okay, please go ahead.
He also needs to check. There's something, maybe TV or radio in the background. It is.
There is a noise coming from the background. I think that was what distracted me. Okay, we can see what group 2 has, or group 3 has presented. So we see their work here, and that is good. So group 3, please, what did you use to develop this? Is it ChatGPT, Gemini, or Copilot?
Copilot.
Okay, so thank you so much. From your work, we see project title, project objective, project activities, monitoring and evaluation, and conclusion. Okay, we didn't see budget. All right, thank you. Okay, so let us round off this section with just this simple activity. Please kindly mute. Somebody's having television or something. Kindly mute. Now, without the ChatGPT, I asked that we should go ahead and develop our own content by topics, or what our composition should be like. And from there, I could see different compositions, different people with different thoughts, and that is good. But with the ChatGPT, we can, or as a group, we're able to come up with something that is agreeable. However, we've done a great work. We just choose one example. Now, you can go ahead and do further examples. But for me, as a professional in this area, if you send me this proposal, it might not fly because there are some core things that are missing. Group 1, you did well, but I saw repetition. I see project title, and also project initiative, something like that. So I see repetition, and then project title, project initiative. If you want to call it title, you call it title. If you want to call it initiative, but there was a replication of the project title.
Oh, can I come in? No, we didn't do project title, and there was project title, and we wrote what the title is.
Yes.
I can reshare. Maybe there's a repetition somewhere else, but not that.
Go ahead and reshare.
Okay, please hold on, sir.
And then group 2, you also did a good work, but I didn't see your project overview or project summary or project. Okay, so that's here. So project proposal, community environmental cleaning initiative, project title, a cleaner, Etiosa, local government. So let's have one.
Okay, sir, noted, sir. Noted, sir.
Let's take one. So since the major, okay, so the contract name could be community environmental initiative, but what you're
in here. Okay, sir.
What you're proposing is a cleaner Etiosa local government. Okay, so that, I think that's where I was talking about.
Thank you for the feedback. Yes, sir.
Okay, then don't keep sharing. I think your work will even help me to pick out some things.
Yeah, you are sharing, but you are not seeing from this side.
Go ahead, go down. Is it go down or go up? Okay, so I have project overview.
I'm not seeing it on this end.
Material.
Okay,
Hello?
you're not seeing it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it on this end.
I say, can you see it now?
It's coming up now.
I'm sure it's network.
Yes, it's visible. Yes, visible.
Okay, so if it's visible, let's go on. So I have project overview. The project overview talked about initiative aims to enhance cleanliness. So if you want to use a project overview, your overview should then comprise of the rationale for the project, your executive summary altogether, and your introduction. Since you don't have project statement of work or project problem statement, so your overview should comprise of three things: your executive, your rationale or your problem statement, your executive summary, okay, and then your introduction to the work. The three of them should be in the project overview. Okay, but what I'm seeing here now is 3 lines. It should definitely be more than 3 lines.
Okay, sir.
Your objective is good. Then your key activities are also go on. So keep going on. I'm just looking at the titles. Okay, timeline, budget estimate, funding sources, stakeholders. All right, go on. Monitoring and evaluation. Okay, conclusion. All right, so in your conclusion, this is a good work that the ChatGPT has done, or any of the ones we used have done. But if you look at this thing now, it didn't talk about your experience in previous work, which is a major component of proposal development. It didn't talk about your team.
And also previous, previous work that has been done.
It didn't talk about your previous work.
True.
It didn't talk about your team.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay,
and then there is no provision for any kind of appendix. Maybe there is attachment of your CAC document, your certificate of work completed previously, the CVs of your team members or their profiles. There is no provision. It just concluded. So even with the fact that it has helped us and it did a good work, it will not demand our own personal knowledge. And remember, we said that it's not just to come up with tests. We need to be professionals or expert. Now, where you are not the expert in the area you're working on with the generative AI, then you need to get an expert to help you proofread before you submit. So that you don't just submit something and then it will look as though many things are missing, but many things have been said. All right. There is a particular group, I think it's group 3. There is no budget at all. There was no budget at all. Okay. Can you go up? Did you establish any methodology? The method, I think I see scope, that's key activities. Was there any methodology on how the project will be carried out? Methodology?
Yes, it's under key activities. So the highlights, and then we then stated what we'll do: organize monthly community cleanup event, provide. So it's under key activities.
Yeah, your key activities, we consider it as the scope of the project.
Okay.
But the methodology for the project execution is not the key activity. The key activities are the things that to be done. The methodology are the ways you will do those things. So they are 2 different things. So for instance, community cleanup days, you wrote in your task, organize monthly community meetup events, provide necessary tools, partner with local government, local waste management companies. Okay, so we have those tasks there, but the tasks are also looking more like methodology. So methodology could look at stakeholder engagement, meetings. What other methodology could you use? Supervisions.
We kind of capture. I don't know. I think we kind of capture maybe the type, maybe the
what I'm saying is they need to be separated, because I'm seeing that they are somehow embodied in the
embodied. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So they need to be separated. Your scope should be different from your key activities, or scope should be different from
Different
your
from the methodology. Okay.
Okay, let me not say it's different. Should be separate. Let them be separated.
Okay. Okay.
Let them be separated. Let me
Thank you,
not say
sir.
that. Okay, so that's just that about that. And like I said, there is a group that in your own there was no budget. That's the people that did from Copilot. Remember, I said Copilot doesn't have all the time to tell you stories. ChatGPT can tell you many stories as possible. And to those people that did with ChatGPT, you can go back and then begin to tell ChatGPT that, okay, you did not include team members. It will include team members for you. You did not include methodology. It will include methodology for you. You did not include terms and conditions, because I didn't see terms and conditions also. It will include terms and conditions. You did not include reference. It will include reference. Anything you just feel like now is missing, you can go back, and that's why we say fine-tuning. So you can now go back and fine-tune till it gets better and better and better till you have what you need. However, let's be reminded that expert judgment, they need for an expert review in whatever thing that the Gen AI produce for us is important. We need experts to help us review whatever thing we're doing before we submit. Okay. All right. At this point, men and brethren, I think it's high time we go on a break. But please, when we return back, we will be going on a more in-depth professional side of what we're doing. And this is going to be available only to those who have made their commitments. So in case you have not paid, and remember that the opportunity is only available today, yesterday and today. So if you wish to pay, just pay today. Or if you wish to pay other days, then just know that the fees will be slightly different, maybe with 5,000 or 10,000 naira difference. Okay. Now, if you're a member and you've not paid your annual dues and you want to still make the most of this opportunity, then you have to clear your annual dues first. Associate is 10,000, full member is 15,000, and fellow is 20,000. All right. So you have to clear that first. And there are several other trainings coming up. You don't want to be paying additional when you have the privilege of paying less. Okay. So you can go ahead and make the payments right away, and the account number is as displayed on the screen. The account number is as displayed on the screen, so you can go ahead and do that now. So we'll take a break and we'll return by 11. When we return by 11, we'll take 2 hours more or 3 hours more. And when we come back, we will be looking at these areas specifically. So we'll be providing you with all the templates that you need. In all of these areas, you get access to the templates and the kind of query you will put in to develop good work. However, no matter what we give you, remember that expert judgment is needed. So in case you need a support, maybe you developed and you need a support, you can always call our attention. But please, that support is only available to members. That's membership priority support is only available to members. If you're not a member and you write, I want us to review, you pay for us to review what you are doing. Okay. All right. Just as a reminder, for those of us who wish to become members, please note that we are currently still having our ongoing membership discount for the induction that is coming up in August 8th. You can go ahead and take the membership opportunity that best suits you by your experience and qualifications, and go ahead and make your payment if you wish to. So these are the programs that are coming up all through this year. They are all discounted programs, but if you're a member, you get further discount. If you're not a member, your fee just increase. Okay. So someone is asking, how do I confirm that your payment has been received? So for all your payments, kindly send your proof of payment to finance@iipmi.org. IIP, finance@ipmi.org. So someone will respond to you there. Then for membership, okay, another thing is that you can also get these programs, all of these programs, you can get them in bundles. So instead of paying individually, you can just select a group and pay, enjoy further discount. So if you want to take 3 more courses, you can pay 50,500 or 65,500 as member or non-member, instead of 60,000 if you were to calculate individually. So all of the discounts have already been given. Some of the batches are 10,000, some are 14,000, and some are 15,000 discounts, and even more. Now, if you want to get these discounts, if you want to pay for this discount, even before we commence by July, is it July 10th? Then you can get extra discount, but this will only be available between now and July 5th. So you can get additional discount of 45,000 or 60,000 for 3 courses, 75 or 95,000 for 5 courses, and 130,500 or 165,500 for members and non-members respectively for 8 courses. Now, for our membership, the current discount that is going on for August 8th induction. Now, one of the benefits of this particular induction is you don't necessarily need to appear physically. So you can just take your induction online and then join our conference by November. So you don't need to pay double fees coming down to Abuja, going back, and then coming back by November. Okay, so you can just pay, have your certificate, have everything sent to you, and then by November, and you come for your physical presence. So you have more to get. So for associate is $85,000 or $85 instead of $100,000 or $100. Full member is $100,000 or $100 instead of $120,000 or $120. Fellow is $185,000 instead of it's $150,000 or $150 instead of $185,000. All the account details on the screen. You can go ahead and make your payment and make your reservation. As soon as you make your payment, please feel free to send your proof of payment to finance@ipmi.org. Okay, you'll get a feedback from there. Okay, you get a feedback from there. Yesterday we had some DGs that joined us here. We might not want to mention their names, but we thank them for coming. And a whole lot of directors joined us. And it's the directors, the ones I know that joined us. Thank you so much. I saw those from Raw Material Research and Development Council, Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, those from NIMC and others. Thank you. I may not be able to know all. And then for the private sectors that joined us also, Cristiano Kela and others. At least I know Cristiano. And for all of our faculty members that have been with us since yesterday, Truslin, Mehenshaw, our EBO coordinator, Adeyemi Caleb, and many others. And those that joined us from outside Nigeria, Nabot, Selassie, and others, including the ones that joined us from China, you're all welcome, and we appreciate your good work. Now we'll go on a break, and then we'll return back by 11. And the 11th section is only available for members and those that have made their payments. Please, before you go, give us your 5-star rating and review on Google. Yesterday it was just 1 person, and I was wondering, maybe we were putting several links per time. So just go ahead and give us your 5-star rating and review on Google. If you've learned something, if you have gotten something, please go ahead. If you've given us a review before, you don't need to give us a review again. So go ahead and do that. And that will be all for this morning. We look forward to seeing you in the app by 11. So we'll have just 2 hours during that section. Please don't miss that section. Like I said, it's going to be a critical session for us. Okay. Those of us that are full-time professionals, those of us that are in management, those of us that are in contracts, those of us that are in business, those of us that are careers, don't miss that section. Those of us that are in the level of decision making, all those are directors and DGs, we still want you back. Okay. Yes, of course. Most of the payments we've received from some of the DGs, from some of the directors, and then others. We appreciate the fact that you want to have the certificate, but much more, we want you to be part of everything we're doing. Okay. Thank you so much. So somebody's still asking me how much for the training. Okay. I think at this point, do I need to answer this again? Trying to. So if you are a member, the certificate is 10,000 naira for you. If you're not a member, the certificate is 15,000 naira. If you are a fellow, the material is available to you at no further payment. If you are a non-member, you pay 5,000 naira for the material. If you are if you're an associate or a full member, you pay 3,000 naira to get the material. All right. But fellow, there is no further discount. So if you are a member, 10,000 naira. If you're a non-member, 15,000 naira. Please note that is only available today. After today, from July 1st, if you are paying, or from June 30th, if you're paying, members will be 20,000 and non-members will be 25,000. So let's get that clearly. And any payment you make, please send it to finance@ipmi.org. For the international students, please feel free to use the link as seen on the screen, or as many times we paste it on the class WhatsApp group. Please feel free to use and make your payments. All right. Any question, any comment, any contribution? 1 minute and we'll shut down. So I've paid for the certificate and manual, but I haven't received any message. Please ask finance. Okay, so today is Saturday. Payments made on weekend, you might not get feedback till Monday. But if you've made payments, you don't need to bother. Just relax. Okay. All right. The admin people, they're on break till Monday. We, the operations, are the ones that are still on duty. Okay. All right. Any question, any comments? Okay, so if you've done your rating, thank you so much. See you by 11 o'clock.